Two more NBA playoff games tonight. The Knicks up 2-0 play at Philadelphia, and later it'll be the 2-seed Spurs at Minnesota. That second-round series tied at a game apiece. It'll tip off at roughly 9:45 Eastern Time. As for the game in Philadelphia, the Knicks visiting. OG Anunoby of New York has been ruled out with his right hamstring strain, but good news for the home team. Center Joel Embiid returns to the starting lineup. He went from probable to out on Wednesday afternoon ahead of Game 2, but is a go for tonight. We'll see how many minutes. Dallas hired former Portland assistant general manager Mike Schmitz to oversee the day-to-day basketball operations under the new team president there, Masai Ujiri. Darren Peterson is one of the top prospects for the NBA draft this summer out of Kansas. He had missed time with cramping during his freshman year, says doctors concluded it's because of creatine use. I'm Steve DeSager.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, ack.
Enter, brother.
All right, hey. Welcome in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 4,
that's right.
Not 5.
Is that how many fouls you had last night that it didn't call? I'm just saying.
Yeah, about that.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow!
And now, look.
We'll do it live.
On YouTube.
Do it live.
Thank you, Bill.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Do
it.
Say my name.
Just do it.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on a funky Flashback Friday here on Fox Sports Radio. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
What else would it count, Rob?
Sorry.
How you going to count it when they sleep?
I don't know. I think they've been doing it for 25
Can't
years.
do it.
I know. All right, write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen, it's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
Sometimes they can't figure out the letters and
hard.
the numbers.
I think he
and all that.
misremembers.
Thank you, Tom. All right, and if you hear feedback on the line, guess what? It's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. And with all that said, always remember.
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweetie.
There you go.
Yay.
Hey, let's go.
Yay.
Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin
Washington.
Happy funky Flashback Friday. Feel good Friday. Festive Friday. Fiesta Friday. Thank God it's Friday. All the Fridays, man. What's up? How you doing, Rob?
Uh-oh, wait. What racist? What happened? Did I miss something?
Because I said
Fiesta Friday? What's that about?
That's got to be racist.
Is that only for Mexican people? Or I'm just trying to figure it out.
If I wasn't here, would he have said Fiesta Friday? I don't think so.
Racist.
No, well, I would have said it. I would have waited till we said Bud Mexican.
Bud Mexican?
There we go. Shout out to you, Fiesta Friday. Feeling good, man. What's up with you, Rob? You good?
Yeah, all good.
Rob, can I just one quick thing? This is getting carried away.
What?
Do you have anything without a logo?
What are you talking about?
And I don't mean a Nike logo or Adidas logo. I meant, do you just get a hoodie? It's a hoodie. A pullover. It's a pullover. Like, so wait. Walk me through you just copped that at Ross for $9.99. What's the next move? You go
what are you
straight to
talking
the
about?
It ain't like Ross has it on there, so you had to go somewhere.
I bought
You
this
got
at
a guy.
Southern Connecticut in the gift shop.
Yeah, right, Rob. You didn't give it to nobody for Christmas. You don't have to lie. Now, is that the next step? Like, you have to go get it embroidered? Like, you just have to do that? You don't ever just wear it with it?
I have plenty of stuff that doesn't have anything on it. I just don't wear it during the radio shows because, people are watching us.
Rob,
and so
I have known you for like 15 years. I have never seen you in
you
that
have.
type of... Rob G, have you ever seen him in anything like that they have a school logo,
yes.
MLB logo, Fox
The
Sports
only
Radio,
time he doesn't have a logo is when he's coming from USC because he's teaching, so he got on the polo or whatever. But anything that's athletic wear, it's got a logo on it.
No, that's not true because I have a Gucci hoodie. I have a Gucci hoodie that doesn't have anything on it.
Well, of course you're not going to ruin a $5,000 hoodie.
Why not? If I put a thing on every single thing.
Because you ain't that crazy.
I have some that are just plain that might have the Jordan logo.
Never seen it.
Yes.
Never seen it.
Yes, you have to.
Rob, you know why you're my role model? That's my last point. I suffer from I don't like to promote me-itis. Rob G, you suffer from I don't like to promote me-itis. I need some of you, Rob, because zoom in on that again, Elijah. So our YouTube people can see this and radio people. His thing says Rob Parker's press box has the year. You are my... Did you ever know that you're my hero? Like that. I gotta step my game. I gotta step my game up. I love it. I seriously I have to do that more. I need to do that.
There's no promotion department for you. So
yep. You ain't lying.
If you want to be able to put yourself out there and to be relevant and people see stuff, hey, I saw that Odd Couple. I get it all the time. Oh, I saw what you were wearing the other day, or the Odd Couple. Oh, that's awesome. Whatever. It's just a way of identifying yourself.
And by the way, Autumn Robertson, our meteorologist, she wants one of our pullover. I've ordered a few to this TV station, and she keeps going, if y'all don't send me one of those,
sure,
so I got to get
send
one
her
for
$40 and we're good to go. I'll take care of her.
I'll get her size. I'll Venmo you the money. You act like I don't sit next to you every day. You know I'm good for it.
Just tell me what size that she needs, and we'll get it.
I'll find out. I'll let you know.
All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer.
Blood Mexican is
Alex
Friday
is our engineer.
Blood Mexican.
Alex, you're a hidden talent.
Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course...
Never heard of him.
Yes.
Never heard of him.
Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Is our social media guru. And Shay, is this your last day? Is this Shay's last day? This is it. Shay's leaving. One of our favorite people at the station.
I wonder if he's going to boomerang back like Bree. You think?
No. He's got this big job, and congratulations and mazel tov, Shay.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Shout out Kelvin to coming on my last day.
First of all, I told you 10 times, get your pic. Didn't I tell you, Shay? Didn't I tell you? Get your pictures now. Didn't I say that?
You did say that. But no, I thought you'd make an exception for me, but it's okay.
I kept telling you. Every day I'm like, hey, man, I'm here. Let's do it. Hey, man, I'm here. Let's do it. No, I got to wait till my beard is perfect, till my curls are locked perfectly. That's what he would say to me, Rob. I got to wait till I'm smooth-faced and perfect.
Well, all I'm going to do, Shay, is best of luck to you. He's
Absolutely.
going to a new sports station here in L.A., and we'll miss him. All right, Shay?
Appreciate you guys. Miss you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, do a great job over there, brother. Good work.
All right, Rob G, let's get right to the basketball. And last night we were talking about we should say the Lakers and the Thunder. and the foul calls and people. That's all people talked about, the non-calls against the Lakers and stuff. Spell it out.
Guys, I don't want to make it seem like it's sour grapes because I'm the resident Laker fan on this show.
It is sour grapes.
But when you have Legion of Hoops, when you have ESPN, when you have BetMGM,
Bleacher.
when you have Bleacher, freaking Foot Locker weighing in on the officiating in that game, you know it's gone bad. Now, in case you lived under a rock, last night, Game 2, Oklahoma City wins going away as they were expected
wait a minute.
to.
Did the Lakers didn't cover the 15 and a half?
No, couldn't do that. No, the Oklahoma City close for most of the game, and they pull away in the third and fourth quarter. They end up going away. But all anybody wanted to talk about was the Oklahoma City Thunder and what they do to the officiating on two hands. Number one, they will grab, clutch, hold, elbow, whatever it takes on the defensive end. It's part of what makes them such an elite defensive team. kudos to them. But on the flip side, on the offensive end, they will flop and flail and whine and cry and do all the things that people hate about today's NBA. It was so bad. You had Austin Reeves calling the official a word I can't say on the air and have a powwow with him after the game. And in the post game, J.J. Redick let his frustrations be known.
Yeah, I mean, I sarcastically said the other day they were the most disruptive team without fouling. I mean, they have a few guys that foul on every possession, and all the good defenses do. SGA gets like I don't even know, a touch foul, I guess, on the drive. There was a stretch where 4 straight possessions, our guys got absolutely clobbered trying to make an entry pass to Jackson, and Jalen Williams is grabbing his jersey with both arms. That's a turn. They're hard enough to play. They're hard enough to play. You've got to be able to just call it if they foul, and they do foul.
I can't stand J.J. Redick. I'll just be clear with that. But I'm going to say this. This is why nobody likes the Oklahoma City Thunder. When people ask, how come people don't embrace this team? It was through draft picks. It was through the idea that it was homegrown and they built this and they're young, exciting guys and they win and all they do is win. And why don't people embrace this franchise? Last night was Exhibit A on why people don't embrace the OKC Thunder. They're garbage. It's a terrible watch. During the regular season, right? It's unbelievable how much they get away with it. Yes, they play great defense because they do foul. SGA, all he does is get calls. He's doing the same thing to everybody else and no call it when he's doing it, and when people do it to him, they call it. It is unwatchable. Normally, I don't want to hear the coach, J.J. Redick, belly aching about officials. But we've seen this act long enough, and it's awful to watch. It's a bad brand of basketball. It's must turn off TV. That's what it is. Must turn off TV. Because who wants to watch this garbage? I heard somebody say, Adam Silver, the Mexican millionaires. Are you kidding me? I've been covering this damn league since 1987. And it is absolute garbage to watch what people watched last night. The idea that Foot Locker would chime in and they're not even trying to hawk any sneakers tells you all you need to know. It was that bad, that blatant, that people don't even want to. What is this? Can you let them play basketball and earn it if they're that great? Awful, Kelvin. I'm telling you, absolutely. Why would you watch that?
Yeah, what made it crazy, Rob, is when the Pistons won yesterday, to you guys' point, all the sites, hey, good comeback, or Kane had a big fourth quarter. When the Knicks won, the Knicks, they eke out a win against Sixers. When the Spurs win, way to come back, bounce back from a game. When the Thunder win, this wasn't just comments in the hater section or something. This was coming from sites saying, look at all these non-calls, or look at SGA here, or look at Chet flopping. And that's what made it interesting, because you expect comments to hate, right? People are going to hate, oh, this person, that, LeBron is of this, KD's of that. That's what the comment section is for. I think what shocked me this time was actual legitimate outlets leading with that. Leading with those concerns, leading with the flopping. Because normally they would just say, SGA and the Thunder take control of the series, or da-da. They were saying, do you not see that? Do you not see this? And when the first thing all day I'm scrolling, that's everybody from basketball guys, blogs I follow. That was the main thing everyone talked about. And when you start to dive into it, Rob, what made me upset was that, okay, if it's one thing to get it an offensive foul, a la James Harden style he did for years, and that's now what SGA does, that's one thing. You can't do it on the other end. You can't be supposedly tough and good on defense and rugged on defense and then be acting real weak on the offensive end. Falling and flopping everywhere, right? That doesn't make sense. The Pistons, they're rugged. They get in there, they muck you up a little bit. The Spurs do the same thing. Got a bunch of guys who defend. They don't flop and flail everywhere. And I think that's why people get upset with the Thunder, because they are good defensively. They are handsy and they are a little rough. And you're okay with that because you would think those guys can accept that and take that on the other end. That's not the case. And when you look at Chet, not even getting hit in the face and flying everywhere, SGA daggone broke Austin Reeves' arms and gave him a shot to the ribs and was flabbergasted when the refs called a foul on him. I'm like, dude, we all saw you grab his arm and elbow him. It's absolutely unnecessary. And I'll say it this way, Rob. What makes this team difficult, and I've been biting my tongue. I've been wanting to watch more. I've been thinking maybe we're exaggerating a little bit. Last night, as I told Raji, was kind of the final straw for me because I'm thinking, all right, well, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe we're overreacting. Maybe it's just the day and age. What makes it upsetting is because they don't have to do this. You know what made some people upset with Barry Bonds and Alex Rodriguez and Roger Clemens is because those three were amazing allegedly steroids for a couple of them. They were great, and that's what made people upset because, man, if you're A-Rod, you already were the most talented. They gave you $250 million because you were that great. Now you're doing steroids, and it's like you don't have to. You're already great. And I think that's what the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all don't have to flop and flail. You're the deepest team by far. You have the best scorer in the league. You play great defense. You got a good roster. You don't have to do that. You're the reigning champs. And I think that's why people are upset with it. You don't have to. You don't have to take the juice, if you will, because you're already great. You're already Barry Bonds, amazing. Roger Clemens, A-Rod, and these guys. Why are we tainting what you do? And that's what the Thunder are doing. They're tainting the greatness of the team because now they're overclouded by that. That's all we're looking at. That's all we're focusing on. And it's unnecessary and unneeded because they're so deep. They're so well coached. They got the best scorer in the league, and they can win without it. And I think that's what's frustrating, Rob. They're not a desperate team, you know what I mean, where this, hey, what are we going to do? This is all we can do. They're not that. So it makes people go, well, why are y'all doing that? You don't even need to do this. It's like if Mike Tyson in his prime was putting salt on his gloves so, to blind his opponent. It's like, dog, you're Tyson in 1988 knocking everybody out in 10 seconds. The last thing you need to do is be finding other ways to cheat.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And it's pretty simple. Do you hate the Thunder too? 877-99 on Fox. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do on this funky Flashback Friday. Stick and stay.
For some of the best music throughout the past in the US of A.
Well, speaking of forcing it, there's another person in the basketball world who's been forcing it the last couple of days.
Forcing us to have to deal with him.
Than Rob Parker's favorite player out of Michigan State.
We can't even get away from him this game. He's front row.
Draymond Money Green has been filling in for Shaq on Inside the NBA, and last night during the broadcast, Chuck said something to the effect of, the Warriors' run is over. You guys are not going to win a championship. You're too old. It happens to everybody as great as you were, 36, 37 years old. It happens. Draymond didn't seem to respond to that in a classy fashion. Take a listen.
Sports are for young people. You hope to have a great long career, but sports, nobody wins when they're 37, 38.
But you said what you said. I didn't want to hear if he believes what you're talking.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the goal is just to not look like you in the Houston Rockets uniform.
Yeah.
Is ultimately the goal for us. Like, we don't want to.
What does that look like?
Did you see it?
I'm just asking.
I saw it.
No, nobody laughed because it wasn't funny. It was. If I'm gonna just be honest, I'm not with the podcast, right? If I'm not with the podcast where people don't put effort in. That's what I should say. Okay, if you're doing a podcast and you're pushing back and you're asking questions and you're giving some information and you're not doing inside jokes and all this kind of stuff, I'm okay. But the idea that some TV executive, I don't know where ESPN, wherever it could be, looks at Draymond Green and thinks that they have the next Charles Barkley. He's Charles Barkley 2.0. They could not be more wrong. I'm sorry, because I don't get it. Charles Barkley, what he said wasn't a rip on the Warriors. It was realistic. He named all the other teams. In general. He was real with it. It wasn't Draymond, you suck. That's not what the conversation was. Draymond sitting there, there's a conversation about teams getting older, and that was natural. Draymond turned into Mean Girl. He's just mean. He's not funny. He's not insightful. You can't say anything to him without him getting his panties in a bunch. How is that good television? It ain't good television. Even when Charles Barkley's ripping on something, there's a degree of humor he can laugh at himself.
Oh,
Draymond can't laugh at himself. It's always me against everybody. Oh, don't say that. You can't say anything to me. I'm going to cut you down. Nobody laughed on that set about Charles Barkley in a Rockets uniform because it wasn't funny. You were just trying to be mean-spirited because you've been blessed to win 4 championships. I got news for you. You weren't close to the talent Charles Barkley was. Not even close. So don't even like this whole idea. You can go ahead and play that game. Charles never won, so he's not a great player. I'm sorry. I'm not on that bus. I covered Charles Barkley during those years. You need to pop into YouTube, go to YouTube or pop in a VHS tape and watch Charles Barkley.
MVP.
He was a great player. He didn't win. Everybody doesn't win. That doesn't make you better than him. And for you to be so damn sensitive every time somebody has something to say, it's pathetic.
Yeah, and you mentioned something. If you're going to be on TV, if you're going to be on radio, one of the things you have to be is self-deprecating. You know that.
Yes.
We make fun of ourselves. We roast ourselves. Or we roast you, you roast me. We go, Rob G, your legs swinging. And all like this it's a part of it. Seriously. We make Boomerang Bree. You know, like, it's part of the game, if you will. And anytime, and that's why people get mad at Shaq sometimes, because Shaq's always got the jokes and all that. But anytime they bring up something or somebody roasts him good, what is he? Well, you ain't got no rings, Chuck. And we all go, Shaq. It's low brow. It's low hanging fruit.
What is that?
Don't get mad because Shaq got you good, and then you ain't got no rings. Like that's all you ever can go to. You ain't got no rings. And it's the same thing with Draymond. It's like Austin Rivers said, dude, you're high IQ. You got this. But what are you talking about that he stunted your career? Now you got to go low. Your daddy did this. And Chuck makes a great point, and then you're trying to have a better career. By the way, you know what Chuck was averaging them years? Like 16 and 12. You know what I mean? Like
right.
they were in the postseason. So like, y'all didn't make the postseason. And you weren't averaging 16 and 12. So don't you want to at least look like that?
But did you hear the teams that he mentioned when he talked about it? Isaiah's Pistons.
It's a
Birds,
point when it ends.
Celtics. He all the great teams.
Thursday? It's the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Friday.
No, it's a funky flashback Friday.
Rob, I know what it is.
The TV theme song edition.
Yeah, I'll take. Oh, there we go. All right, we back. Hey, you see Jackson yet or Michael yet, Alex?
No.
Are you? Well, I don't even want to ask you. Never mind. You might get off deep on me. It's your time to get your financial portfolio game ready with Webull. Get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC. FINRA investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/hey disclosures. All right, Rob, 877-99 on Fox. It seems like the basketball world is just starting to really turn on OKC if they hadn't already. Last night was a tough watch. I'm not going to lie, there were some calls I was perplexed by, like the and one LeBron got right in front of the refs. Stan Van Gundy, everybody's like, duh, like that's, and the refs like, nope. It was some weird stuff going on, to be for sure. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got, Rob?
Well, I want you to know my worm has already turned, so we're already there. Okay.
All right.
Hey, yo!
Dang. It's Friday night for sure for you.
Aaron in Washington, you're on the Odd Couple.
Pounds don't know how to act.
Fox Sports.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
What's up, Aaron?
What's up?
Good, man. Love you guys. Love you. Love tuning in, man.
Thank you.
Man, appreciate you, Aaron.
Absolutely, man. Man, I'm a little confused by your guys' take, though, because LeBron and Austin Reeves, man, they flop all the time. That's their Austin Reeves' bread and butter is flopping.
No. You're right. There are other people, but it's not only that. It's that the Thunder get to grab on people. They're so good defensively, and they do that, but they flop as well. And your lead guy, SGA. That's what free throw. What do they call him? The free throw merchant, right? I mean,
yeah. And let me add to that.
That's not. But LeBron is out there. He's out there grabbing and
but I'm just saying,
he's doing the same thing.
Okay, let me, Aaron. Let me answer your question. Why I get what you're saying.
Okay.
People try to draw fouls. That's happened for years, right? That's part of it. Reggie Miller was good, and he's one of my top 5 favorite players. Not best ever. I'm saying my personal 5 favorite players growing up. The difference is with the Thunder when you watch them. There's a difference between I got in there, you bumped me a little bit, and I added a little extra flair to get a foul. I get that. That's part of the game. I'm talking about even when they're on defense, and if a guy, posts them up and turns and pivots a little bit, and Chet goes flying like his jaw got broken, and then you see the replay, he was never even touched in the face. It's the over-exaggeration or the acting that's one thing. If you get in the paint, get a little body, put a little extra on it, that's part of the game. I'm talking about you can't flop on offense and defense, and especially try to be a tough team.
It's just
tough teams
it's a bad
historically
watch,
don't do
though.
that.
It's a bad watch. It really is. Kevin in Culver City, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kev?
God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
Tell them, Alex.
Check this out. I'm going to go Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria, and this is what I think about the Oklahoma City Thunder. I hate the way they walk. I hate the way they talk. I hate the way they sneak style.
I'm with you.
And it just shows why Shai's great friends with Drake. It just makes sense now. Look, you got a team who plays like they're playing defense in 2002. The only team in the NBA who play defense like it's 2002 and get away with it. And then on the other end, you can't defend him. If you sneeze on Shai, he goes to the line. I said, I'm going to give Shai one more shot. And then if they do it again, I'm turning it off. Marcus Smart is in the cylinder. He doesn't even touch him, and they call a foul on Marcus Smart's side of the line. I turn it off. I said, I can't take it anymore. It's not watchable basketball. It's not enjoyable like the Warriors with the ball.
It's not. It's a bad watch, Kevin.
It's not enjoyable like Kobe and Shaq. This is not a great team. This is a team who's entitled, and they feel like they should get every call, and they should not play basketball like that. It's not a good watch, and it's not a good look for the NBA. It's disturbing, and it's terrible. These guys are so lame. I can't stand the Thunder. Oh,
there you go. No doubt. Thank you, Kev. Let's squeeze in real quick. AC from Bangladesh. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, AC?
Wow.
Thank you so much for taking my call. Yeah, wow. All right, let's talk about the officials for a moment. Everybody puts like players, they criticize the officials, they get fined and suspended. I think it's time to put the officials in the burner.
Well, that's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, they should be suspended. They should be fined because you're messing up in high, intense playoff games. We're not talking about regular season, guys. We're talking about playoffs. You're messing up the flow. This has been going on in basketball and football. It's like, what's the point of watching Hollywood movies at this point, right? Thank you.
No doubt.
Well, he's got a good point. They got to legislate it out, and I think David Stern would have caught wind of this, saw this, heard from his audience, his viewership, and people. All right, we got to this offseason, we nipping this in the bud. And Adam Silver hears about it. Again, listen. Part of the game, like I said, Rob, you go in the paint, you get a foul, you try to exaggerate it. That happens. But the tune of where everything, they're exaggerating on defense, they're exaggerating on charges, they're exaggerating on trying to draw free throws. It's too much.
But I'll give you another one.
Usually a team has a guy or two. Their whole team does it.
But Luka is like that. He's a hard watch, too. He complains
that's a fair point.
On every single play. Oh, dude, okay. Like everything's...
He complain, he'll stop, he won't run back on defense. I agree.
Am I right? Like he's a great player. What are you doing? Every call, no shot that he misses isn't because somebody fouled him.
No.
Not
it
one.
Was y'all opened the door.
How many times he opens his hands?
Y'all changed the lights. Y'all did something. There's some reason why I
shouldn't miss a shot.
Me.
Exactly.
Luka's got it bad too because his isn't only just he may not flop. His is like you said, it might be a little flop, but it's also I got to talk to the ref. I got to not get back on defense, and he hurts his team because they end up being 4-on-5 because he's got to get back. Wait till the timeout.
Terrible.
So, yeah, I'm hearing you on that. All right, appreciate the calls, everybody, on that. Obviously, we still got more to see during the playoffs. We'll see if the refs maybe get a hold of this as well. Somebody who actually might even be responsible for some of this foul merchant stuff, he got exposed. We'll tell you who and what we're talking about after we get to Steve DeSager, who's going to update you. Hey, Steve.
Hello, New York Knicks are on the court, and, they enter tonight with a 5-game postseason winning streak, tied for their second longest in team history. The Knicks did fall behind quickly 7-0 at Philadelphia. It's now Philly 27-18 over New York late in the first quarter. Joel Embiid is back. He did start 2 points. It's 13 points already in the first 8 minutes or so for Paul George. And Philly is shooting 10 of 15 from the floor. Forward OG Anunoby of the Knicks is out with a right hamstring strain. The Dallas Mavericks under Masai Ujiri have a new guy who was assistant general manager in Portland, Mike Schmitz with a Z, will oversee the franchise's day-to-day basketball operations. Darren Peterson, top prospect in the NBA draft for this summer, in an interview, actually said why he was missing games and cramping his freshman season at Kansas. Doctors concluded that it was because of his high use of doses of creatine. Iowa head coach Ben McCollum is finalizing a new 6-year contract. His Hawkeyes got the deepest run in the NCAA tournament for him in decades. 24-13 record, a shot in the Elite Eight. Blake Snell is coming off the Dodgers injured list, will start for LA on Saturday night instead of yet another rehab appearance. He's had the shoulder fatigue, and that's the late start to his season. The NFL Referees Union ratified a new 7-year labor contract, so no work stoppage this season, and the refs get a pay raise. The previous CBA was expiring at the end of this month. The league will now reportedly be able to use officials' performance rather than mere seniority to decide some of the playoff assignments. The Jets gave running back Breece Hall a 3-year contract worth almost $30 million in guarantees. The Broncos gave general manager George Patton a 5-year extension. Cardinals first-round running back Jeremiah Love signed his rookie contract. Browns linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah for a second straight year will miss the season due to his neck injury. The NFL will release its full schedule on Thursday. And in the NHL playoffs, Canadians out to a 2-0 lead in the first at Buffalo. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, thank you. Appreciate it. Odd couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a funky flashback Friday. We got Shekel City on the way. Play of the day as well. Plus, we got, of course, as he just mentioned, got the Knicks underway. We'll see how they fare without a particular player on their roster. Rob G, there was somebody we talked about a couple of days ago, had a bad game, but said, hey, it had nothing to do with the Pistons, and, I'm going to be back. Watch, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Not so fast. Didn't look like he did that last night.
No, we talked about it a little bit during the show yesterday. James Harden went Slim Jim Harden on them again, and he delivered a vintage Harden performance in the postseason, which is not something that you want. Shot 3 of 13, missed all 4 of his three-pointers, had 4 turnovers. Second straight game in the series and the fourth time in 9 playoff games this year that Harden has more turnovers than made baskets, all right? It was the 20th time in which he shot 25% or less from the field, breaking a tie with Bob Cousy for the most such playoff games in NBA history. And it was the 36th time he's had 3 or fewer made field goals in a playoff game. Vintage James Harden, just not the kind of vintage you want.
You know what else too, Rob G? I saw he right now is tied for 5th at 5 straight seasons from 2019 through I think last season. We'll have to see how this one ends. But of most seasons losing in the second round. Patrick Ewing was on that list as well. A few other people were on that list. So for all of the talent, you wonder, man, what the heck? For MVP winning, for multiple times finishing second or third MVPs, the math just doesn't match when it comes to the postseason, Rob, and that's what makes this weird. But I was watching the games, Rob, and obviously it's almost unfair to expect it at this point. He's, 36 years old, give or take. But I think what it has been for him is the one-tracked mind of his game. What I mean is, if he's not kind of probing and getting in the paint and kind of getting some fouls and getting the free throw line or hitting that step-back three, he kind of becomes, I don't want to say useless, but he's not doing anything else. And I think that's what becomes a problem with his game, Rob, is if the shot ain't going or if he's gassed a little bit and maybe it's some conditioning issues. But when you see other guys, they're able to say, I'll give you an example. There's been a lot of debate about Dwayne Wade or James Harden over the last couple of years. Like, who would you take, Dwayne Wade, James Harden? And the reason why you say Dwayne Wade is because, Dwayne Wade's going to play defense. Dwayne Wade's going to dive on the floor. He's going to block shots. And he's going to obviously attack the rim. And James Harden, I think, is a more natural offensive player than barely, and I think when I watched him play, I'm like, man, he can't go do the other things to get himself ignited or the team, Rob. Like I said, he's not going to jump into the scorer's table saving a ball. He's not going to lock down a guy. He's not going to say, the shot ain't going tonight, Rob, but I guarantee you I'm going to get 15 rebounds. And I remember guys like a Rondo in his prime. Obviously, he could have 7 points, but could have been the best player on the floor because he'll have 17 assists, 3-4 steals, some rebounds. And Harden, it just seems like when it's going bad, he doesn't transfer that to any other part of the game. And I think that's what hurts him, Rob, was when you watch it, I'm like, last night against the Pistons, they're locking him down. He can't dribble in front of these young guys. They're younger, they're faster, more athletic. It happens. It happens to everybody. LeBron sometimes can't do that because guys, they can just stick in front of him. So then he has the luxury of, I'm going to go in the post and I'm a big body people, right? Other people have, I'm going to block some shots. And James just becomes useless out there, Rob. And that's what I see where he can't transfer it, to any other part of his game.
I don't know. I think, I hear you piling on. Obviously, when he came to Cleveland, he made them better. They started winning a lot of games. And he just doesn't do it in the postseason. I can't explain it. And they were 19-7 with him when he showed up there. And he could score and do some stuff. And when he gets into the playoffs, for whatever reason, he can't make shots. If he makes 3 of those 3-pointers, they win that game. Like, seriously. It ain't that far off. But you can't go 3 for 13 and 0 for 4 or 5, you know what I mean, where you're not giving him anything offensively. He's not going to grab a ton of rebounds and do a lot of other stuff. He's a scorer. He needs to score. And if he doesn't score, then you're right. Then he's not going to be effective. You can't have a night like that. He doesn't have to be 10 for 13. You think if he made 2 or 3 big threes in a couple of those spots, where they would be? It ain't that far off. That's the scary thing, is that it ain't that far off. They didn't get run out the building. That game was a close game until the very end, but you need somebody like him to make shots. I don't even know what else to say about him. Like, he can't seem to make shots in the postseason. I don't care who's playing it.
Yeah, for me, though, I won't just simplify it for the shots. Because I hear what you're saying, right? He's not making them. I get that.
No, but you can't do 3 for 13. That's what he does. What
I'm saying is, Rob, you've been watching this league since
1987.
We've been watching it forever, but covering it since 1987. My point is, there's an effort factor that I think that's big for me because you know this. Guys, shots don't fall some nights. For Jordan included, he had some playoff games when we actually look back like, some finals games. Like, Kobe Bryant, game 7 of 23 or whatever it was. But he had almost 20 rebounds. Like, give me something else. And I think that's what makes it even more glaring is that he becomes so one-sided. Like, this is all you're going to do. Whereas, again, when you're competitive in a postseason, maybe it ain't falling, but you see the effort. I'm diving on the floor. Like I said, I'm pumping the crowd up. I'm taking charge. I'm doing other things that you say, you know what? My guy's shot ain't falling tonight, but dang it, he got us going. Dang it, he ignited us. Dang it, he was still leading. And it's like, just because a few shots don't fall, where does he go? I have watched him now for 12 years.
I've watched him too.
Mentally,
I've
not
seen
there,
big playoff
not
games
focused.
as well. I know he doesn't always do it. He's had you could go look at his record. He's had big nights as well in the postseason where he made a ton of shots. If he's not at this point of his career and his age, if his shot's not going in, he's useless. I mean, I don't know what to say to you other than that.
But I'm saying that's
I don't know. The diving on the floor is not what they need from him. They need him to make baskets. All of the bravado and waving flat towels and diving for loose ball, that sounds good. But if he's still 3 for 13, you need scoring for him. He's a two-guard. You need scoring.
And if he's getting me extra possessions by taking the charge, by diving on the floor like Larry Bird and all these other people.
He needs to make baskets. I disagree. He needs baskets. You can't have him have a terrible – he can't keep shooting like that. You can't – more turnovers than baskets? More turnovers than baskets. He can't turn the ball over either. And that's my point. He plays with a very lackadaisical – it doesn't make sense for a guy that great. That's why we're having this conversation. If he was Kevin Martin – guy, you'd be like, oh, whatever. If he was some other guy, oh, whatever. It's that during a regular season, he's been one of the best 5 players the last 20 years. And you're like, why is this guy less than when you're playing more minutes in the postseason? Because minutes matter and game, and your numbers go down when historically great guys' numbers go up. And that's what makes it so glaring for him. And to me, there are other ways to affect the game. You can provide extra oomph if you want. He just doesn't have it. And so to me, it makes it even more glaring. On the way, Shekel City, Tire Rack Play of the Day. And also, we got a game going on right now. Could the Knicks be in a little hot water if somebody isn't there to play and play well? We'll tell you about it. It's the Odd Couple. Funky Flashback Friday, Fox Sports Radio. There was a report about the Patriots, about your favorite couple that we keep getting stories about.
My goodness. It's like, what was that show, Dynasty or Dallas or something?
Dallas, all those stories.
My goodness.
Those were nighttime soap operas, right? And somebody always wound up going down the stairs.
Or getting
you know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
like that was the whole. Everybody would fall down the staircase. It was
That's
this
really
big
funny.
fit. But anyway, so the report, Rob G, told us what when it comes to their coach Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, this is a big story. When the NBA playoffs,
I'm working on it.
The NBA playoffs get pushed to the back burner because this is the story that keeps on.
I think it's you two. Y'all love this.
This
Salacious.
is dripping out news
When
every
you
3
hear
days.
because when you hear stuff seriously, and I'm not, Kelvin, this isn't a one-time slipped. You know what I mean? Like you caught me at about some sort of moment. Me and my wife was going through. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. It's some.
Okay.
I told Rob G some theories I have about this.
Okay, this is bigger than that. And now you got to say, how much stuff was he feeding her? How long was this going on? If you're the Tennessee Titans, was he the one leaking all the information to her? If you're the Patriots, how much does she know about our organization? They're doing pillow talk. She must know everything that's going on in the
at this
building.
point, all that time.
Am I right?
Not to mention, as we talked about it a million times, that's why I was shocked The Athletic was just like, oh, what you mean? No big deal.
Dude, you want to talk about a misstep by an executive. He's fortunate.
Yeah.
Because that was, and we said it at the time, I was shocked.
Stood tall in it.
Yes.
That was not just a quick statement like, oh, we're going to investigate. We'll do our, she's been great with us, but we're going to find out and do our work. And
no, they were like, no.
They were like, no, she said, why y'all blowing it out of proportion? I was like, okay.
Well, with all that in mind, here's the update, guys.
What is it?
Yesterday, we touched on it briefly during the show. TMZ Sports reported that 6 years ago, Rossini and Vrabel had signed off for a boat rental privately. She was actually pregnant during the time with her first child. And in fact, earlier on Thursday, they had video evidence that shows the two of them walking on the dock towards the boat. She is super pregnant in that video. The reason why this is a story now again today is for two reasons. Number one, quarterback Drake May was asked about it during a celebrity pro-am golf tournament. He was asked about Vrabel and the situation and how it spilled over into the locker room, so on and so forth. I'm sure we'll get to that. But number two, longtime NFL insider Jason Lockenforo, who's been covering the story, reported on Thursday that despite all the controversy, all the salaciousness, all the headlines surrounding their head coach, Robert Kraft is in full support of Mike Vrabel, has no intention of putting him on a sabbatical, suspension, much less firing him. Mike Vrabel going nowhere.
No shocker that Mike Vrabel's not going anywhere from the Patriots. It's not. Because this is what this organization is steeped in. Cheating, deceitfulness, lowbrow, conniving. There's always something with this franchise. And is this on?
It's on.
The reason Robert Kraft is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, despite winning 6 championships as an owner, is exactly why is what we're experiencing now with Mike Vrabel. It really is. It speaks to the volume of where this franchise is and what they value, which is not honesty, and that's why he hasn't been rewarded. He won 6 championships as an owner. He's been trying to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for like over a decade, and they keep rejecting him. What would be the reason why? It can't be because of football, right? Mm-hmm. It's because of the dirty dealing, backstabbing, cheating, unfaithful stuff that's gone on. Of course he's going to back his coach, who didn't slip up one time, but has decided that he was going to have an ongoing affair, allegedly, with Diana Rossini.
Might be past that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I know.
And it is the Patriot way. That's why, Robert Kraft, I hope you never get in. Because the idea that, because it wasn't an employee here, it's okay. I get it. If it was an employee, he'd probably be pressured by the league because the league and the team would be held responsible. And she would be able to sue them. But I'm not surprised. This is right up the alley. This is the Patriots.
Shackle City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Give me the money shot. All right, here we go. Shackle City, 1-1 last night, 129-98 is the total.
I did pull out.
Thank you. Tonight, Spurs. Got the Spurs minus 5.5. I know they won by 1 million the other game, but over the Timberwolves. So Spurs minus 5.5. Yankees are at the Brewers. Got the Yankees minus 1.5. And the Royals are hosting the Tigers. Royals minus 1.5. So again, Royals minus 1.5, Yankees minus 1.5, and the Spurs minus 5.5. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
That's right. All right. See how you do. Let us get to now our Tire Rack play of the day.
Reese splits a double, drives the paint. Out of control, throws it away. Caruso's got it. Shea's in the open court. Look out below, Bobby. Rocks the baby with a two-hand dunk. Gilgeous-Alexander punctuates a 10-0 spurt. Caruso plays the crowd. It's aroused and loud city, baby.
That is your Thunder Radio right there on the call. That's your Tire Rack play of the day. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the rights for tires, for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Just getting you updated on this game. We got 8:20 left in the second quarter. The Knicks are up 38-35. 76ers first game back at home, so they're faring pretty well. Rob, it's going to be interesting for me watching this series and really watching the whole postseason, man. I think kind of the secret sauce to this Knicks team has been OG Anunoby. I think he's been incredible. He's a luxury for them in that they can throw him on a 2-guard, a big, a 4. He can guard the wings down low. He's making all of his shots. He's averaging like 24-plus points, 60-plus field goal percentage, shooting like 60%, Rob, from 3. He's been spectacular for them because you kind of already know what Brunson's going to do, right? You have high expectations. Not playing great right now, 2 for 8, 5 points, but you kind of know what he's going to do. Karl-Anthony Towns performing better the last handful of games. But OG has been that best, most consistent player for them throughout this postseason. So it's going to be interesting. This hamstring, how severe is it? Is it just miss a game and you're back? Is it I'm never going to be really myself? Because I think he's the key component. I've been telling Jason Smith this as we've talked about his Knicks. I said, that's the guy that scares me if I'm another team. Because Brunson, just mark him down for 28. You know what I mean? That's just every team, not every team, but a lot of teams have that guy. SGA, him, Luka, Cade. And it's like what you talk about with the Pistons, right? Who's going to be the other guys? And OG has been so good, and that's what makes them scary now, that he finally has found his role, his footing, and has been spectacular for them. So I'm interested to see, man, with this hamstring, is it just I needed a night off, a couple of nights off, or is this going to be a lingering thing?
I mean, nobody knows. We're not doctors. I mean, you never know. We saw Harris for the Pistons go down looking like he had tore his groin.
Did you see what happened? Did you actually see the now that we get obviously angles after games and whatnot? Donovan Mitchell grabbed his hip when he went by. So he's trying to full speed keep up with Donovan, and him holding his leg made him kind of pop his hip a little bit. When you see the replay, Donovan grabbed him. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't know. I mean, there's a long road ahead. It didn't sound like he was done and that was it, and you have no chance of playing or anything like that. But you just don't know, and depends on how they're playing, and if they feel like they can win one of the next 2 in Philly, then you don't have to rush them back. If they lose them, then you know what I mean. You got to figure out how big of a impact he makes and whether or not you want to try to put him out there because you need him. So it all depends. If you win the night, then obviously there's no rush.
Oh,
right?
yeah. If you win the night, you tell him have a seat. Even if you lose game, what would that be? Game 4. You know what I mean? Because we're up 3-1. We have a seat for another one just to make sure he's best if you get towards the Eastern Conference Finals. But what I think has been great about him, the last time we saw him was on Wednesday in Game 2. 37 minutes, 24 points, 5 boards. Like I told you, he's been able to play both sides of the ball. He's been great. And you look at his season average, Rob, he was averaging 16, 17 points, 5 rebounds, only shooting 48%. Well, not only, 48% is fine. But to be shooting 60-plus and scoring 6, 7, 8 more points a game, that is very, very impressive for him, man. So they're definitely going to need him back at some point. There's somebody they're saying is already better than one of their team's greats. We don't agree. It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Mid-second quarter in the NBA playoff game at Philadelphia. The Knicks down 7-0 early tonight. Now lead at Philadelphia, 41-38. Philly was shooting very well early. They're under 50% now for the night. Paul George, 15 points. Joel Embiid did start. He's back from injury. The game that's coming up later tonight, tip will be at about 9:45 Eastern. Minnesota hosts San Antonio, and that series tied at a game apiece. In the WNBA, 3 games tonight to open the season. 2 NHL playoff games. Later, it's Vegas at Anaheim. End of one. Montreal leads 2-0 at Buffalo. Sabres had won the series opener. To Major League Baseball, the Astros lead 4-0 at Cincinnati in the top of the 8th, making his team debut. Nick Lodolo, his season debut, gave up a couple of 2-run homers to Houston. Colorado leads 6-0 at Philly, top of the 5th. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2.
Numero dos.
Here on the Odd Couple on a funky flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Mother's Day weekend. All the moms out there on Sunday. And I want you to know that at the University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including their MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. But a good deal. Count me in. I'm trying to pay the fee if I don't have to. Visit umgc.edu. And, of course, you can check us out on our YouTube channel. Yes, people have subscribed.
Wow.
We can't say that for all the shows, so we're pretty proud of that. But we're...
Come on, Rob. You was doing good.
What? I'm not...
Rob.
Okay.
Caution.
You made it through the first hour.
Don't get
Come on.
fired.
Okay.
It's almost the weekend. You almost there.
All right. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Again, just go to YouTube, go check us out. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Rob G, you have noise?
I got some comments from the YouTubians, since apparently they only listen to this show, Rob, if that's what you just said.
I didn't say that. That's not what
Louise.
I said. That's not.
They used to listen to Doug.
They like Doug.
Gosh.
What? Doug, does he have a show now?
Oh, God.
That's a good question.
You are not making it to retirement, Rob. Keep Shay's number in your back pocket just in case.
I know, Shay. You need
just in case.
Shay, you need anybody? Shay, you need anybody for the weekends? I'm just saying.
Shay, you need to fill
that's
in.
What's up, man. I definitely need you, Rob. Like, you could totally help, man. Like, it'd be great to have you on, OG.
Shay, me and Fred Rogan on Saturday? No.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Boy, you talk about what would that be? The age couple, the old couple? That'd be the old couple, not the odd.
No, that would be the deceased couple.
The deceased couple.
One
What do you want to make it
the
a
field.
Hey, you want to make it a trio as Steve Hartman?
There you go. No, but Steve doesn't fit in. His hair is too black. Okay.
Oh, stop it.
Rob G, what you got?
Stop.
No, I got some comments for you. Number one, remember Rob Park? Calvin opened the show making fun of Rob's logo on all his clothes. Franklin Clark says, Kelvin's just mad that Rob Parker's a man of fashion.
There you go. A man of fashion. Adidas,
Yes.
Rob Parker
First of all,
press
stop grab somewhere else. Stop grabbing your little.
I feel
looking like Prince.
What are you doing?
I feel
What
like
are you
Pat. You remember Pat from Saturday Night Live?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember Pat. Yeah, you look
Pat.
a little carried away right there, Rob. What you doing over there?
Actually
We
rubbing
know
the
you
chin
know
chin.
what?
I'm going to tell you something. Find that song, her opening song, Pat from Saturday Night Live. That is one of the best opening themes to a skit.
Oh,
go
gosh.
ahead.
Alex, he'll tell you exactly what episode it aired, what day.
No, go ahead, Rob G.
And then Earth Folk is a guy who hates both of you equally.
Okay.
Says, number
Equal
one,
hate.
guaranteed Rob did not watch that game last night. Number two, Kelvin just sitting in his closet saying nothing.
Hey, guess what? We'll talk to you on Monday too. He'll be here Monday at 7 p.m.
We always
Eastern,
love people
4
who don't listen to the show, but they have comments.
No, I
every
love
day.
that. 'Cause they're the P1s.
Right,
They're
they
the
are.
P1s.
Shout out to him. What's
Well,
his name
maybe
again?
he's
Shout out to
hate
him.
listening, hate watching, or whatever.
Either way, he's
or he
watching. We
wishes he
appreciate
had
it.
a radio show. How's that?
Nah,
maybe.
it's all good. We appreciate it, man. I know he watching, listening. I know it's all good, bro.
Rob,
We appreciate it.
Alice, do you have it? Like,
What is this song,
This
Rob?
is so good. No,
Oh,
this is
boy.
really good. Are you ready?
Rob.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Rob.
Alex, it's time for androgyny. Here comes Pat. Are you kidding? Who wrote that? Who wrote a skit like that on Saturday Night Live? When I first watched that, I was on the road.
They made a whole movie with Pat,
which
Rob.
was terrible.
They did.
The movie was terrible because it's a 5-minute skit.
Not a
You know what I
2-hour
mean?
movie.
Not an hour and a half movie, which they would. You can't make that. But my God, whoever wrote that was incredible. I'm serious.
Now, wait, the best part, Rob G, was Rob was about to tell us, I was on the road, I had on this flannel. Why do you remember exactly the first time you saw it? Come on,
You know
Rob.
why? Because I was on the road in the hotel, and I laughed so hard. I was like, this is so funny because there are people like that where you're like,
Rob.
I'm just saying,
Rob. Well, that's why that's why people now, you go to the profile page, they're going to tell you, they'll put the pronoun there, they let you know. You ain't got to guess nowadays, Rob.
Alex, it's time for androgyny. Here comes Pat. Doo doo doo.
Boy, I tell you, the things you remember, oh boy.
Might be, it's time for androgyny. Here comes Pat.
Rob G, I've been working with this dude now for dang near almost 2 years. He ain't never laughed this hard off nothing, Rob G.
Even Chris in New
Alex,
Jersey's
get that.
laughing.
That was officially your Chris Broussard laugh right there. Alex, clip that. I need that laugh from him.
Doing it. Chris, stop.
All the funny stuff been on this show. That's the thing you laughed the hardest.
All right, Alex. One more time, and then we'll get to the show.
Oh, gosh.
One more time. I just one more for me.
Man versus Sir is crazy, though.
It's time for androgyny. Here comes Pat. Okay. They were trying to buy Pat stuff for her birthday or his birthday or whatever. Right? They were trying to buy stuff. And so they were like, Pat, we want to get you something for your birthday. What should we get you? And then it said, I don't know, something from the Gap. You know what I mean? So you didn't know. There's something from the Gap. Okay, we got you. All right. Rob G, let's go here.
Let's get back to the show here.
I'm sorry.
YouTube, we'll read some more comments later in the show.
Oh, I already know. Here we go.
We're keeping an eye on the NBA playoffs. We got Game 3, Knicks and...
What is it, 44-40 last Knicks up by 4?
Knicks and 6. I think that's what we
Knicks
saw.
done went on a run, bro.
Yeah.
What is it now?
54-42. Knicks up.
It's tough. But the other game is tonight, the nightcap. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs taking on Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And ahead of that game, Yardbarker, which we get some content from, they got some good stories on there.
What? Wait a minute. Those are fans, right? Writing stuff?
No,
What is that?
no, like they're like sports bloggers and opinion. Like they write little blurbs about stuff.
You didn't help yourself, Rob.
They didn't go to journalism school.
Hey, let him get these takes off, Rob. So there's a columnist or a blogger, whatever you want to call him. He writes for Yardbarker. Wrote a piece ahead of Game 3 on the heels of Anthony Edwards after Game 2 making his franchise record 48th career playoff game appearance for Minnesota, the most in Timberwolves history. Floated out the idea, is Anthony Edwards already the greatest player in Timberwolves history?
Go ahead, Kelvin, because I don't have...
Yeah, no, the answer is an emphatic no. And we got to pause and calm down and let people play their duration of their time with a team, their tenure. Relax, pump the brakes. Matter of fact, hit the anti-lock brake. You can hit the drift brake if you want to do the Tokyo drift. Hit the brakes for a minute, all right, people? Anthony Edwards is a good to great player. He's going to have an amazing career. Let's settle down. That answer is Kevin Garnett. The answer is Kevin Garnett for several reasons, because I think you got to forget the cultural impact. He was the first guy to come out of high school in quite some time. Right? You had Moses Malone, however many years before that. He had a nickname already. He was the ticket. And I think what he brought to an organization that I can't even think of what the Timberwolves did before him. Like, I literally don't remember a single thing before him. Maybe I think they had Cherokee Parks or something, if that's the best I can think of. And Kevin Garnett gave them something to hope for. He gave them identity. He gave them passion. He gave them blood, sweat, and tears. And I understand he didn't have all the success. He didn't win rings there, but they also didn't do a lot to build around him. They got Stephon Marbury out of there too early. And I think, but let's just settle down. What he meant, that's why the other night, because they had bad blood between him and the organization. He finally came back a month or so ago for the first time. They go crazy. They have welcomed him back. You got the new ownership group, Alex Rodriguez and the crew, and they want to bring back guys who mean so much to the organization. And I don't think anyone means more to the Timberwolves than Kevin Garnett. Can he eventually get there? Sure. Can we give him some time too, please? Yes. And also, I think they got a great guy in Anthony Edwards in that there's some echoing of the same temperament, right? Kevin Garnett, we knew, vocal, cared, passionate. You never question was he going to play. Never question his heart. Anthony Edwards, for all the young guys who were starting to do load management and I don't want to play, he plays. He wants to play. He shows up. He plays both sides of the ball. He's very vocal. He's got that great charismatic personality. He's on his way, but I think it's too fast to already say that. Pump the brakes, relax, chill, let something marinate like Big Mama did when she was cooking up something. She let it marinate before she just threw it out there. You got to let all the seasoning get up in there. And so I just think it's a little premature for that. But I love the temperament. I love what he like his desire to play, his desire to win, talking trash. He cares. He's a historian of the game. He very well could be, but absolutely as of current today, if he were to retire today, is Kevin Garnett. But I think he's on the track to be, and they should be happy that they got a guy who wants to win, who cares about winning, cares about the city, cares about his teammates. But hold up, it's Kevin Garnett.
It's so premature.
Hold up.
What do we do? We're celebrating a guy who didn't make it to the finals, was on the doorstep twice? That's what you're celebrating? Is that how pathetic the franchise is? That you're celebrating not getting there? I just don't even understand it. It's just not, what are we doing? Like really? Like, can you win something? Should we put a statue out for him already since they got to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row and didn't make it to the finals? Is he worth a statue? It's just premature. Stop rushing everything. Can he win something for you? Mm-hmm. Can you make it feel good a little bit to at least decide, hey, this was something that we haven't had before? Yes. Win a title. I would look at you and go, wow, that's amazing. Ant-Man won a title for the Timberwolves. Can you believe they won a championship? But instead, no, we want to celebrate everything. Every little while, oh, yeah, he's played in a lot of playoff games. That's nice. Good. How about winning? Can we win something? Can you win a stuffed animal at the circus? Can you win something, a raffle at the bake sale? Can you win something? My goodness gracious.
So will the pushback be to you?
Well, we got a pushback. Rob G's got it.
Yeah, what Rob G?
Hey, someone's got to push back on y'all old fogies out here. Look, Rob, you hit the nail on the head inadvertently there in your rant. Have you seen the history of the Minnesota Timberwolves? It is not illustrious. The Lakers, they are not. The Celtics, they are not. They're not even the Golden State Warriors, right? They've only made it to the Western Conference Finals before Ant-Man once in their franchise's history. It is not a ridiculously high bar to clear. And if we're going to make the argument in sports, which is what we do over and over and over, that winning is the most important thing, it's all that matters. When we talk about football, the reason why, outside of Rob Parker, Tom Brady is universally regarded as the greatest quarterback who ever lived.
I don't know how.
Is because he has 7 Super Bowls.
No. Rob G, I got to stop you because here's the problem with your pushback. It's not based on just your team history. It should be based on, like, winning. Like there's a degree. No, I get it. Seriously. It's the reason that I had a problem with, was it the Memphis who had the six-man
with Tony Allen and
Tony Allen as you're retiring like that. That's not the standard. I get it that you haven't done it yet, but the standard still should be about trying to win.
I agree with you.
A championship.
But the thing is that if nobody has won a championship, then there's only so many things I can go off of. And like I was saying, like I was saying with Tom Brady, he's regarded as the greatest because he's won the Super Bowls. Even though almost every single current or former NFL player that we've spoken to on this show has said the best quarterback I've seen is Aaron Rodgers, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning. It's never John Elway. There's never anyone who has said the best I've ever seen. Patrick Mahomes. No one has ever said it's Tom Brady. So when you're talking about the greatest player in Minnesota Timberwolves history, just by the fact that he's done something twice in 2 years that you've only done once in 50 years, how can you not say that he's already the greatest and most accomplished player
because they didn't win
in their history?
Because they didn't win. It's not enough just to go. I just think that is such a low bar and to this point. So with that said, right, up until Ant showed up, then that we should have had for Kevin Garnett, he should have been celebrated in a statue out front.
Well, he is regarded as the greatest in their history.
There's no statue out front for him because they didn't win anything, is my point. I just can't get with that. I don't understand. I understand, like, you don't have a history yet. You hope to build one, right? But to just say, well, we've been in existence for 30 years and we haven't done dog crap, so let's pick out somebody who was halfway decent and put up a statue or retire their number. That's not how it should be done. It just isn't. I'm going to wait.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, too, Rob G., this is where I think sometimes best and greatest get a little mixed up, in my opinion. Ant Edwards may end up being the better career. Maybe he gets to a finals. Maybe he wins one. Maybe he just gets there once or twice if he doesn't win it. The point is he's already will have achieved more than Kevin Garnett, technically. But that doesn't mean you're the greatest of something in what you mean to that city, that town. And I think Kevin Garnett, as of now, he means more to Minnesota, right? He meant more. The blood, sweat, and tears. Them seeing, man, we ain't giving this guy much of nothing, and look how hard he's playing. He shows up every night. Not a single soul on this God's green earth has ever questioned, man, I wonder if Kevin Garnett came to play tonight. Never in your life have you ever wondered about that about him. Never in your life did you worry that it mattered to him. Never did you worry that he was going to show up and get the fans everything he could. And I think that also makes it where people are more inclined to remember that, to be more nostalgic about that, because the feeling that person gave them, what it meant is, again, he let it all out on the floor. And so, again, it's not even fair to Ant Edwards to have this conversation because he's 20, 4 or 5? He's not even in his prime yet, which is why I said he eventually could surpass him. But as of today, it's not even fair, and he's not. And we got to pump the brakes. And like I said, what Big Mama do, let that thing marinate.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And is Anthony Edwards the greatest player in Timberwolves history? We want to hear from you. We'll continue that conversation next. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Because someone I can't make out is coming in the US of A.
Who's going to be the next face? We got, obviously, Wemby's going to be the face. We've had conversations. Obviously, Joker, you could argue, has been the best player for a few seasons as well. And so the conversation's been, who's that next star? Who's that next specifically American star? And I think this series was a great one, kind of a coming out party for everybody to see Cade Cunningham. He played well against the Knicks last year, but he had to get his sea legs under him, turning the ball over at times, looked a little discombobulated because it's the first go at it, going up especially against a rugged Knicks team last year, and a guy like Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, and so on and so forth. And this was a great series for him. Specifically, to me, I looked at it as the league as a whole, saying you got some nice guys that you can say, hey, these guys are the future, right? You got Tyrese Maxey, who we're getting ready to see coming up against the Knicks as well. We already know about Ant Edwards. You already know about some of the young guys. You got younger guys, Cooper Flagg, and we'll see some other guys if LaMelo Ball ever stays healthy and can play. I love what Cade was able to do and kind of put the league on notice that, hey,
I'm here to stay. And you can kind of bank on me to be that guy, not only in the Eastern Conference, but a guy that the league can say, man, he is one of our stars. He's one of our futures. Rob G just touched on it. Some guys aren't able to do multitude of things. He can score. He can obviously set his guys up too much. Obviously, they depend on him too much. And I also love that he plays defense and he cares about defense and he cares about showing up in hard work and effort too, because you know that ultimately matters. He wants to play. He wants to be there. He wants to compete. And he's got a tough nature about him. And I just love everything he brought to this organization. He's been through, they won 17 games his first year. He was in and out of injury. They didn't win a bunch of games. And now they get to last year. They make the playoffs, look good last year, look great, number 1 seed this year, and then obviously struggled in the playoffs initially against the Magic and able to pull it out. But I just think it was great for the Pistons to find their guy. It's great for the league to have another young guy as you start to see the exit of your LeBrons, of your Kevin Durant's, of your Steph in a few years, James Harden in another couple years, Westbrook, all those guys who the old brigade starting to phase out, and you want to have some of those stars, and specifically, again, American stars too. Cade Cunningham, to me, can be the face of this league when it comes to American basketball players. He's absolutely built for it. He has all the intangibles that you would need. To me, he's got the look. He's got the swag. He's got the game, mid-range, outside, dunk on you, play defense. I came away very impressed with this young man. The poise of him, 24 points down, game 6, didn't flutter, didn't get scared, manned up, took that team to win that game, ultimately winning big in game 7. So I just walked away obviously already very familiar with his game, very familiar with who he was, but walked away impressed. And again, I thought the league as a whole, he and Paolo Banchero, we were on the air when that game happened, both get 45 points. The league wants that. You want your stars, these young stars, to start to show up, start to shine, have big playoff moments, because we know the regular season is where you make your name. The postseason is where you make your fame, and Cade Cunningham just did that, and I was very, very impressed, and very. It was great to see from him personally, and also the team come back. But he was spectacular.
I totally think it's way premature. In fact, during this very series, he had 24 turnovers in 3 games, which set a record. So he didn't play great the entire series, and his team was down 3-1. To a very inconsistent team that all year was underperforming. So the idea that they came back and won is fine. I get it. They won. I'm not taking anything away from them. Wagner didn't play. They also needed them to go 0 for 27 from the field to even have a chance. They were down 22 points in the first half in a very important game, and they needed a fluke, an anomaly to even help them get to that situation. And it happened. The Magic deserved to lose. The Magic deserved to get their coach fired, all of that stuff. But I didn't leave with that. I still think Ant Edwards, who hasn't reached that place that people want him to reach, I know he's got another chance. He's been to the Western Conference Finals a couple times. I think he's ahead of Cade Cunningham. I don't believe that Cade Cunningham is the next American face of basketball. I think it's Ant Edwards when he can get in his situation. And we'll see what he does in this series or what the Pistons do. It's still a flawed team, and if they lose or he struggles or whatever, people will look at it and say, okay, it's another step, and he took another step this year. But to put him to the head of the class like he's going to be the face of the NBA from the American side, I just don't see him in that light, not yet. They were very fortunate, and you wouldn't be singing that tune, say they lost in Game 7. You would look at that. There's no way you would even come close to having the conversation you just had, and that's how close they came to losing this series. And that's my point, is that it wasn't a dominating where he came out, and you always talk about this. Oh, well, they really didn't play, they really didn't play that well. I know they won, but it wasn't like that impressive. You can't leave that series and feel that impressed by Detroit. I thought I saw more flaws than I thought. I was shocked.
Fox Sports Radio. Rob, Kelvin, the Odd Couple on a funky flashback Friday. Shout out to DJ Ali Alex, as always, on the ones and twos. Big show still left. We got Nikki K coming up in a couple of minutes here. Spectrum Network, sports host and reporter there. We'll chop it up for her about what we saw in this series, Lakers, Oklahoma City Thunder. Coming up next hour, as I mentioned earlier, we'll have Mark Funky Medina as well. So still a lot to get to, Rob, on this show. By the way, if you hit 40, energy drops. Well, weight sticks around, and yeah, you're doing the same work. So it's not a discipline issue, it's biology, and that doesn't mean you have to accept it. Go to mdriveformen.com, mdrive for men who show up. I got to go take some of mine right now. Give me the second boost of energy for the rest of my day. All right, Rob, we're talking about, Rob G said there's some folks who already think Ant Edwards is the best Timberwolf of all time, greatest, surpassing Kevin Garnett.
Some hack
we both
from
disagree.
Bard Yorker or whatever that thing is called.
There we go, Alex.
Who was that?
Yeah, I told you thought that was Broussard. It's you.
Oh, God.
I love how the beginning
Way to
sounds
go,
like
Alex.
you need that much air to
That
laugh.
doesn't
It's so
sound
good.
like me.
Oh, Alex, this is great, Alex.
What am I? What is that?
I don't even want to
What
take
am I,
calls. I just wanna
mumbling?
listen
What
to
is that? What is the dog? You know the dog, the cartoon dog, Muttley or whatever, Muttley.
See, here we go again.
Muttley.
Muttley?
Alex, here's what I
Can
need
you
you
find
to do.
Muttley's laugh?
I know the Motley Crew.
No, Muttley. Muttley
Alex,
the dog.
after you do that, I need a new mission. I need you to find Denzel when he was laughing with Jamie Foxx. You'll know what I'm talking about. Just Google that the part where he said, "Get your hands off me." Go look that up. You sound like Denzel.
There it is, right there. That's Muttley. All right.
Rob, I ain't never heard you laugh that hard.
All right, we need to get into a couple people here. Let's do it. Hey, Joe in Minneapolis. Great that you could join us. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Just getting ready for Game 3 here. Let's go. Wolves back.
There you go.
On this take, honestly, as a lifelong Wolves fan, KG, and I think any Minnesota fan will tell you KG is a GOAT. Not so much for, performance when you talk about, getting to Western Conference Finals and stuff. We had the 1 year with Srewell and Cassell, and it was magic. But, that guy represented the best of us as far as Minnesotans. How many times he would bring out kids to his place in Long Lake and just cook hot dogs for local basketball teams and stuff, man.
I hope they were all beef, those hot dogs. I'm just saying.
Hey, yo! I think when you look at a GOAT as far as, for the team, it's also what happens in the community. And, KG put us on the map, but he was also, ride or die for our community. And Ant with the Batman, Ant-Man, Superman, Wolves in 5 is great, and we love it, but we're not there yet.
Thank you.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Fair.
It's okay, Joe. There you go. I love that. What about, what was it? Josh in Durham. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Josh?
Hey, what's up? How are you guys doing?
Doing great,
brother.
All right, I'm going to make it quick. If anything, I would have to agree a little bit more with Kelvin than I do with Rob. I actually probably more agree with Rob G. Rob, you're just talking about, the thing you say about pretty much everybody. They didn't win anything. Well, that wasn't the question. That's comparing them across the whole league. You have to compare him to other Timberwolves players, which would put me on the path of what Kelvin was talking about. Rob, you actually didn't even mention another player, so I don't know how you're going to say no to the question. But anyway, Kelvin, you're saying that it's KG. If what you guys really care about is wins and how far a player takes a team, then it has to be.
That's not what. How does that determine anything? That doesn't determine anything.
That's the question.
No, it's not.
Timberwolves.
It's not. Somebody could compile better numbers and never make the playoffs, and you would say no because. I'm just asking you. No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you right now. If a guy had scored the most points in Timberwolves history, right? Won a scoring title, whatever, and they didn't make the playoffs, or they never got to the Western Conference Final, he wouldn't be the greatest Timberwolf?
Not according to you.
No, I'm asking you.
the player that has more wins, the player that took them further.
No, it's not about just going further. I'm saying if you have all those numbers, then you could be considered that, even though because maybe you didn't have anybody else to go along with you. But just getting to the Western Conference Finals twice compared to once makes you the best player ever? That doesn't make sense to me.
His win percentage has been better than any of Kevin.
Nobody counts individual win percentage. Stop that.
For me,
stop that. Give me Michael Jordan's win percentage. You don't know what it is. Stop it. That's a made-up stat. His winning percentage is better. For what?
Yeah, and for me, it ain't just
is he
like
a pitcher? Come on, Kelvin. His winning percentage.
Wins. No, that's why I said it's KG. That's why the first call was more aligned with what I was saying, just in that. Dude, greatest doesn't always mean just wins. It meant what you meant to a city, how you made people feel, and it's not just simply, oh, this person has gone to one more Western Conference final than somebody. And when you're talking about an organization, it also embodies that, what that person did and felt for the organization. All right, Nikki K on the way. Spectrum Network, we'll talk to her right now. Steve DeSager getting you updated. What's up, Steve?
Hello, we're about an hour away from the Minnesota. Hey there, one game against San Antonio. That second-round series tied at a game apiece. New York Knicks leading 2-0 in their second-round series. And the Knicks, despite trailing 7-0 quickly to an early hot-shooting Philly team, Knicks lead at Philadelphia at the half, 60-52. In this one, 15 points apiece for Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges. As for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid is back from injuries, 8 points in the first half. 15 each for Paul George and Kelly Oubre. The Mavericks hired Mike Schmitz from Portland to run basketball operations. Iowa is finalizing a new 6-year deal with coach Ben McCollum. In the WNBA season opener in Brooklyn, New York Liberty at the half up 66-37 over Connecticut. NHL playoffs, Montreal leads in the second period 3-0 at Buffalo. Coming up in about an hour, Vegas at Anaheim. In Major League Baseball, the Houston Astros lead 9-0 at Cincinnati in the top of the ninth. In his season debut for the Reds, Nick Lodolo was Cincinnati's starting pitcher. He allowed two two-run homers in his 5 1/3. Colorado was up 6-0 early against Jesus Luzardo at Philadelphia. It's now end of 6-2. Rockies lead the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber with his 13th homer of the season. A's lead 3-1 at Baltimore in the top of the sixth. The one for the Orioles, a Pete Alonso home run. At Toronto, Blue Jays are shutting out the Angels 2-0 in the fifth. Washington a 3-2 lead at Miami, bottom of the fifth. At Cleveland, the Guardians wound up with 4 runs in the first inning, now lead 4-0 against the Twins in the top of the fifth. Detroit at Kansas City, 1-1 in the fourth. Milwaukee, with Jacob Misiorowski on the mound, leads the Yankees 4-0 in the top of the third. Max Fried, the Yanks starter. And at Seattle, 5-2 over the White Sox in Chicago, bottom of the third. Although for the White Sox, another home run for the Japanese import Munetaka Murakami, his 15th of the season. Among the late games, the Dodgers will host Atlanta at 10 p.m. Eastern. And Dodgers pitcher Tyler Glasnow has gone on the injured list. Blake Snell, Dodger lefty, will start Saturday, his season debut after the shoulder injury. The NFL Referees Union ratified a new 7-year labor contract. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, thank you. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a funky Flashback Friday. Thank you for listening. And it is time to get to my girl, Nikki K, Spectrum Network sports host and reporter. You can follow her at Nikki KSN1. Nikki, what's up, girl?
Hey, Kel, long time no chat. How you doing? How you doing, Rob? Are the vibes good on a Friday? What are we feeling?
No, they're bad. Are you kidding? Nikki, be ready.
I expected you to say that. Full disclosure.
Nikki, don't listen to that, man. He's lying to you. Alex, show her how he sounded a few minutes ago. Having the time of his life, Nikki. So you know it's been a great Friday. He sounded like that. Nikki, let's get to it. We could talk about the fact that the Lakers are down 2-0, but I think coming out of that game, and Rob and I talked about it in the first hour, the big conversation is you got, I don't know, they had a Laker convention with the referees at half court. You got JJ Redick going off post game. You got the entire internet talking about the flopping Thunder. Give me your takeaway from, yeah, they lost, but a lot of people are upset with how the game was officiated.
It was really interesting. I felt like there was no rhythm whatsoever. The Lakers, had that 1 point lead after the second quarter going into halftime. And then all of a sudden in the third quarter, it was just like, it was junky. And it felt like a lot, the whistles were really tight on the Lakers side. And then, you see LeBron, who JJ did say has been one of the worst officiated guys in the league, superstars in the league, because he barrels towards the bucket and he goes through a lot. And I think there is something to be said about the bigger trend. The smaller guards can react to contact a little bit more visibly, but you got a freight train, a Mack truck like Braun, and the contact doesn't seem as demonstrable. So the officiating, I mean, that's always going to be a talking point, but you know what? Bottom line is the Oklahoma City Thunder are inevitable. And even if the Lakers had all the whistles going their way, even if they had Luka Doncic, I don't know how much of a series this could even be.
It's worse than that, Nikki. Come on. It's just the referees are terrible. It makes it unwatchable. But now we know why no one likes the OKC Thunder. It's brutal with all the whistles, and they get all the calls, and defensively they're grabbing people, and they get away with stuff, and they're flopping. I mean, what an awful watch. Who wants to watch basketball like that? People say, why don't the Thunder get love? They got this young, organic team, and SGA is a great young guy and all this other stuff. It's a bad watch, Nikki.
But, Rob, then I'll point you on the converse and say, okay, when you got Jared McCain drilling threes and you've got A.J. Mitchell showing up, when you've got them, they can trot out 5 guys as their second string who would be starters anywhere else in the NBA, and to see the way they've all sacrificed their ego to become part of this collective unit, and with Shea missing the majority of the third quarter, I mean, that also, on the other hand, I get it. I get what you're saying, but they're playing to the league's rules. So I don't think it's a Thunder issue. I think it's an NBA, it's a league issue. It's an officiating issue. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is playing to what the refs are giving him. And, it's the same thing James Harden leaned into. And also, on another hand, Shea can go off, and he's automatic and can't miss just as much as he can get to the free throw line. So if anything, they're playing to the rules, not bending them.
Nikki, you used to cover the Thunder. Help me understand. Sam Presti, we obviously talking about the fouls and the foul merchants and all that good stuff, but he's just done his job great for the last 10, 15 years. And what is it that what is he looking for? What type of player? Why has he been able to get guys no one else saw, bring in free agents no one else saw, draft guys, you're like, who's this guy? And then he ends up being a stud. What is he looking for? What does he see?
Well, first of all, he came up through the San Antonio, cone of silence, cone of, meticulousness, right? So, and this man is as obsessive as any great ever is, right? And we see up close and personal how JJ Redick calls himself a sicko. I think Sam Presti would kind of identify along the same lines. And you look at his history and bringing in a Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and obviously he was maligned for, the trade that sent James Harden packing, and then Kevin Durant leaves, but he has tried to retool time and time again this franchise that on paper, how are you going to get superstars to stay in Oklahoma City? And he brought in Paul George. He brought in Carmelo Anthony, of all people. And what he has been able to identify, I think, in this iteration of his, kind of ability to scout talent is finding the personality now that doesn't demand the superstar treatment. And he found a Shea first and foremost. He brings in a Chet who's kind of like a Wemby light, if you will. And then he's found all these athletic pieces to go along and fill out this roster. And it's guys that are willing to sacrifice their minutes and really just want to win. So I think if you look at this iteration of Sam Presti's time as a GM, he's probably learned a little bit more, not just about the length and athleticism and guys that he loves, but about the ego and lack thereof that it takes to really put together a winning culture in Oklahoma City.
I want to go to the Lakers real quick. Lastly, is there any chance, anything you would do, any way to salvage this series if possible now that it's coming back to LA?
Here's what I have to say. I think JJ Redick is coaching his tail off, and I think Laker fans. I'm going to deflect what the question you just asked me, and just say, like, we got to appreciate every minute we're seeing LeBron James out there and what he's able to do at 41. And it's also really cool, kind of recognizing. I sat down with JJ at the start of the season, and he talked to me about Luka. He said LeBron, and then he's like, I believe Austin Reeves is one of the greatest offensive players on the planet. And I almost scoffed when he said that. And you know what, though? Austin's value to this team and what he's been able to do as an undrafted player in the league. And yeah, he's coming back from an injury, so he kind of had to shoot himself out of the slump that we saw him in from, coming in the middle of the round in Houston and game 1 against OKC. But I think we just appreciate what this is, and look for really appreciate the Lakers' defensive efforts, because they did a good job frustrating Shea in game 1. Their game plan is stout. It's just
they're too much to handle. They are, and that could
inevitable.
Be for 95% of the teams in the league, maybe except for the Spurs. So, Nikki, we got to end it there. Appreciate you as always.
You
Have a great
Happy
weekend.
Friday.
No doubt. Happy Friday. All right. Thank you, Nikki, for that. On the way. Never in his life has he been happy. There may be a pushback to a date to a big fight, and could be proof that maybe some people ain't checking for it. We'll explain what we mean. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Rob G, the Rockets. There's some talk about Kevin Durant and his future there in Houston.
That's right. On Monday, ESPN published their long-form postmortem on the Houston Rockets season about what went wrong, what went sideways, what led to them getting bounced much earlier than we all expected. And in it, they explained that Kevin Durant and his quote-unquote moodiness played a big role into why things didn't work out the way they thought they would. They also pointed out that despite, even though we made it a big deal on our show and other shows, the whole burner account tweets was maybe not as big of a deal as you might expect, but KD's moodiness, the lack of a second veteran presence in the locker room, Fred VanVleet was hurt, Steven Adams was hurt, kind of led to them spiraling out of control, especially in that first round series against the Lakers. Having said that, however, the expectation from sources in Houston is that not only do they expect Kevin Durant to be back next year, Ime Udoka's going to be back, and all the young core is going to be back. Houston wants to run it back with KD and company in 2026.
No way, no how. No, I'm not with it. Kelvin, we want to go back to our archives and talk about what I thought about KD and Houston?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't buying it back then, and I'm not buying it now. Here's the problem. The burner account, the moodiness, all that, I'm buying that. But his availability, too. Didn't I talk about that? When you have an older guy, look around. Look at what's happened to him time and time again. It's always something happening, right?
Yeah.
There's always an injury, can't play. They needed him in the biggest spot. It just didn't work out. You think he's going to get better and healthier as you go along, or does he get worse as he ages?
Yeah, he's going. I mean, that's just human. Well, allegedly, LeBron, but you're supposed to.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. I guess they've invested so much and they feel like, what else are they going to do? And let's run it back when we get everybody back and healthy. It's just that he's getting older. And everywhere he's gone, things have gone south. Like, really.
That's my issue, Rob, more than the talent. He's a walking bucket. He's going to be efficient. Mark him for next game, 68 games, 24 points a game, 5-5. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's just what he does. But the issue I have more than anything, and I'm disappointed in him, and obviously Fred VanVleet there might have helped, but my biggest thing is it can't be a locker room disruptor. Like, there's something all the time. And everywhere he leaves, there's something. It's just, the Warriors thing. And maybe
look how better the Suns got after he left. And that was a shocker there.
And it's weird. This is going on. And some weird stuff with the Nets. And there's weird stuff with the Suns. And we know how it ended in Golden State. And now we're here in the locker room with Weary Houston. And I don't know if he cares too much. I don't know if he's too much of a recluse or like I like to be alone kind of guy. But to me, what you see the NBA, and I've mentioned this before, you see the NBA has become – it's become a bunch of young guys you bring in when you finally find your core and you grow and you grow. The Pistons are doing it. The Warriors actually did it 10, 12 years ago. The Celtics did it. The Thunder are doing it, and to the tune of winning, but also doing it. The Nuggets did it with Jamal Murray and Joker and so, growing that team there. That's what you're seeing. Orlando Magic are doing it. That's the Spurs are doing it. So to me, that's what the Houston Rockets have. They have a nice young core, whether it's Şengün, Amin Thompson, Shepard, Eason, Jabari Smith Jr. They got a nice core, and I think they're to something to letting that core grow. Now, what you might want to go do is find your De'Aaron Fox. Find that middling veteran. Like he's 28 years old. It's, something like that. That veteran, been around, been in a couple of post playoff series. Not necessarily this 37, 38-year-old. But I think that's kind of what you're going to need. Your De'Aaron Fox, your guy that's got some experience. If he were just an example, somebody like a Jamal Murray, I know he had a bad game, but somebody who can get you a bucket, can create, can get shots, something where you're like, we got a guy who's a veteran, can score, but it doesn't have to be the old head. Again, because most importantly about all these teams I named, you know what they all have? Great chemistry. Locked in. Have you ever seen an interview with the Thunder? You can't even interview. All right, we're going to interview SGA after the game. It's 12 of them there. Let's interview this person. The whole team is there. The Pistons, everybody's there. The Spurs, they're locked in. And so I need that if I'm the Rockets. Are you back? Are you back? We back. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. On a funky flashback Friday to that thing. Stream us live wherever you happen to be in the iHeart app. Catch us in all our Fox Sports Radio Live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart Radio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. Be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app, so it will always pop up at the top of your screen. Now that I think about it, was James Brown like the first Lil Jon? You know what I mean? More like scream and chant and kind of get you going. Like, not necessarily, you ain't listening for like lyrical thing, just a feel and like, hey, get you on the dance floor.
Yeah, he was an entertainer.
Oh, without a doubt.
All the way around, no doubt. Like I said,
one of my joys
in life was I got to see him perform.
Yeah, what did he say about the lunch table and something? We were talking the other day, the song. You said he said.
And a hard roll. What? And a hard roll, right? We found that out. Yeah, that was it.
Hey, all right.
You got to have that hard roll.
Yeah, you got to have that. Well, nobody knows what these are, you New Yorkers. So let's get into this, Rob G. The fight that's supposed to be, I don't know, a super fight. Mayweather-Pacquiao Part 2. Some news about that.
Yeah, not the kind of news that we want to hear because we know the guy who helped put it together, our friend of the show, Ephraim Salam, him and his production company, helped put together a rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao to take
I hope
place.
they got insurance on that.
Mexican-American Independence Day weekend, which is a huge fight weekend if you know anything about the fight game. Yep. It's always Cinco de Mayo and then that one in September. And it was going to take place that weekend at the Sphere. Well, we find out today it's been reported that the fight has been pushed back to the week after, and it's no longer going to be at the Sphere. It's going to be at the T-Mobile Arena down the street.
And you know what that means?
What's that?
They ain't selling tickets. You can't turn the lights on at that place. You know what I mean? Like the electric bill. Like there's got to be a certain. So that's why they got out of there. They probably weren't selling enough tickets. You know, they need to get into a smaller venue like a UFL team. You know what I mean? You just aren't selling enough tickets. What?
UFL? Did you just compare this to the UFL? Nah, you got to stop. You have to be stopped. You almost. Nothing in life was that funny, Rob.
What?
UFL team is crazy.
I'm just saying they're not selling tickets. Rob G, am I right? That's why they move out of a venue like that.
The price of what you'd have to pay. Rob G, I mean, when you think of the U2 concert, what was it? They did like a play there or something like not. It wasn't just a musical. It was a big.
They had Wizard of Oz there.
That's what
Boys
it was.
were there.
When I was in Las Vegas, everybody said, "Rob, go see the Wizard of Oz. That's my favorite movie." Whatever.
Yep.
I went to go buy a ticket. It was like $250. I love the Wizard of Oz. Guess who wasn't paying $250 to see it? Me.
I ain't gonna lie, Rob. That was pretty cheap of you. I ain't gonna lie.
$250?
That's pretty cheap in 2020. The year of our Lord and Savior, 2026.
I'm not paying.
That ain't that bad. I thought you were gonna say like $750. Didn't you think, Rob G?
I'm not paying $250. I'm sorry.
See, this I know you've been covering these leagues since 1986.
But I've seen the movie like 200 times. Am I gonna?
Rob, you're spoiled. The Sphere is a whole different thing, man. $250. I thought you were gonna say, and it ain't like you got to do $250 for like 5 people or something.
It's $250. It's $75 for popcorn. It's $42 for a large Diet Coke.
I would go pay $250 to see a play. I'd pay $250 to go see Outkast.
To see a movie from 1939.
Well, you're not just seeing the movie. It's like the whole experience.
You would
of
pay
going to the Sphere.
$250 for that
at the Sphere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex,
Rob,
you
you
would
saw
pay
the clips. They
$250?
throw real apples at you.
I don't want to be hit by an apple.
You don't want to get caught in the actual tornado?
No. I mean,
why not?
$250?
That's what you're paying for.
I can't do it.
Alex, I figured it out, Rob G. He don't want those real live monkey flying things coming out. You know how he gets scared.
Well, you already know.
That's what it is.
That's the part that scared me in that movie.
It's too live for him, Rob G. He figured it out. He saw some stuff on YouTube. Was like, wait, the real monkey things be in the crowd running around.
I'm not trying to have that monkey tail touch me in the back of my head or something. I'll be like freaked out.
You. That's what it is. That's what you look. But yeah, I think that. Not only the size of the Sphere, more so what you had to pay for the Sphere because it's such a unique experience. So people probably, I'll go see it, and then I'll get, like Rob said, I'll get a $150 ticket. It's $100. And the Sphere's minimum is probably so high because of what it is and what it costs and what the experience is. I imagine people are like, no, I'm not paying that.
Yeah, you were looking at minimum $1,000 a seat.
That's what I'm saying, because a boxing match, these guys,
if it was worth it, if you really thought those guys were worth seeing again, but people are like,
if this was 15 years ago, it would sell out.
Yes.
It would have been the hottest ticket of the year, for sure. But not being that, and what guys are
nobody wants to pay that kind of money for an old-timers game, okay? That's what it is. It's an old-timers game. No. The big three of boxing.
Your favorite movie of all time.
I'd rather get a box seat at the UFL game. How about that?
We are Fox Sports.
The Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Three minutes to go in the third quarter of the NBA playoff game at Philadelphia. The Knicks lead at Philly 77-72. New York shooting 51% from the floor. The Knicks' OG Anunoby is out tonight with a strained hamstring. Paul George of Philly, 15 points, all in the first quarter. Joel Embiid back from injuries with 12 points. After this, it'll be San Antonio at Minnesota. Iowa's finalizing a new 6-year deal with coach Ben McCollum. 3 WNBA games to open the season tonight, including in Brooklyn, a big lead for New York, 70-50 over Connecticut, mid-third quarter. In the NHL playoffs, end of 2, Montreal leads at Buffalo 3-1. The NFL Referees Union ratified a new 7-year labor contract. To Major League Baseball, Houston sent the Reds to their 8th straight loss, 10-0. Rockies lead at Philadelphia 7-2 as they go to the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin
number
Washington.
3 on a funky Flashback Friday.
Number 3.
That's right, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Mother's Day weekend coming up. And for over 40 years, TireRack.com has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation where they come to you. That's right, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, you can watch us live right now on YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. I know at the end of the show it'll be kind of frantic and we'll be trying to get out of here. And Mother's Day is here. Obviously, it's an important day for everybody and their moms. And we talk about different things that go on. My mom has passed. And of all the things, I just want to say this and, feel free to, you guys, if you want to say something about your moms. But of all the things, my mom, Mary Parker, that stands out the most to me, and I might have mentioned this to you before, is my mom was an excellent baker. The kids used to had a nickname for her called her Betty Crocker. How's Betty Crocker doing? Because she was she was fantastic, baking cakes, making pies, all that kind of stuff. But I think the thing that spoke volumes about her is that all the kids in the neighborhood wanted her to make their birthday cakes. That's a special thing for a mom. You know what I mean? To make a birthday cake for their kid. And my mom would not go against the mom code, so to speak.
Right.
So my mom would be like, you have to get your mom to call me and say it's okay, and then you could bring the ingredients or whatever. But if your mom does not call me and say and ask, is it okay, and that she's cool with it, I can't do it.
Love it.
And that was it. To imagine having a mom who bakes all the kids in the neighborhood their birthday cake, and that was Mary Parker. Happy Mother's
God bless
Day.
Miss Mary Parker. I know she was proud of you. Yeah, shout out to my mother, Marcia, Mama Dub. We had her on the show Spectrum earlier. It was really special. Got a chance to, talk live with her on TV and kind of ask her a little bit, what was it like, being my mother, my sister's mother, and any motherly advice for everybody. So she did an excellent job. I'll just say quickly, for me, the safeness, I always felt safe. I always felt comfortable in her presence. I felt, it was home. And I don't mean just a literal home.
I know what you mean, right.
Yeah. Like being around
somebody who
mother,
cares for you and looking out for you, protecting you. It's big.
Always, man. Just building up my confidence, praying for me, treating me great, treating my friends great, as you mentioned. And I think what is like an everlasting thing for me was that she was that for so many others. Like people felt like, man, if I could just talk to your mom, it'll be okay. Hey man, can you ask your mom to pray for me? Hey man, can I come over? And I go upstairs. Hey man, let me go switch hoodies and come back downstairs. My friends are crying. She's loving on them, hugging. It's going to be okay. Like she became that for so many that my sister Dovey can agree, where it was normal for us to go be running around a grocery store and come back. And in aisle 6, she's like loving up on somebody who's been through some things, or we come home and there's somebody in the dining room we never knew there. She's making them a hot meal. So that same comfort, that peace, that love, that security that we felt, she extended that to others, and it just kind of became second nature for us to have people around, and she just felt like that. My friends loved being around my mom because she was that for them as well, man. So happy Mother's Day to Mama Dub, and so I totally get that, man.
Rob G, Alex, please chime in.
So it's funny. You guys have such touching things to say. My mom has done a plethora of things for me, not only being a single mom for half of my life, coming from outside the country, being firstborn here on both sides. My mom single-handedly has not only made me the man I am today, she decided to give me the name of Alexander, which means I had to take over a lot of stuff. So that didn't make it a lot of place for failure. And also, a great thing she did is she taught me not only the value of confidence, but to stand up for yourself. And I still remember my first job when I was I think I was a freshman in high school. There was a local batting cages by my house, and my buddy Natter worked there at the time. And so he got a job. He was filling whenever. And I remember my mom, she was like, you should go. You should get a job. So I was like, all right, I guess so. So I went there, talked to the guy. He's like, yeah, for sure. I'll call you whenever I need you, and you'll get whatever hours I can think of. And I was like, okay, cool. It's my first job. I'm not going to shoot that down. So I remember I went back to the crib, told my mom. She's like, okay, so when do you work? I was like, I don't know. She's like, what do you mean you don't know? And I was like, he said he'd call me when he needs me. She's like, what do you mean he'd call you?
Right.
You don't have set hours? And I was like, no. And she's like, give me a sec.
Go back there,
yeah,
right?
Give me a sec.
Right.
So she did something. I was hanging out with my buddy. She comes back 10 minutes later and she says, yeah, you're no longer working there. I was like,
she wasn't having.
Hey.
I got hired and fired at the same time by my mom, which was amazing.
Right,
but it taught me to stand up for myself, and really to move forward and to know the value of what your value is. And so from cooking to cleaning to morals to values to being solidarity with self and being able to stand up for myself and to move forward in a country with no family here. I can safely say my mom's a superhero. She's run a daycare for 25 years. She's raised almost 1,000 kids herself.
So you already know,
dude,
right?
She's a super mom. So shout out to my mom.
No doubt. Happy Mother's Day. Rob G?
Yeah, I'll just wrap it up quickly. I know we're getting up late. So my mom, single mom, as Alex mentioned. So that alone presents a lot of challenges. And we have 3 boys, and having to raise 3 men as a single mom can be very challenging. And she did a phenomenal job. But the one thing I've always loved about my mom, and I still love about my mom, is everything about her is, exaggerated is the word I would use. Like if she's happy, she is the happiest person in the room. When she's emotional and we find out the girls are pregnant, she's crying hysterically, right? All the things that you want, and you want to see the emotionality from all spectrums. That's one thing I've always loved and appreciated about my mom, because if I have good news, the first person, even ahead of my wife sometimes, the first person I want to tell is my mom, because she's going to be over the moon excited about it. And if I'm feeling sad and I need somebody who can relate to what I'm going through, she will sit and cry with you for hours.
Wow.
Because she feels so big about everything. And that's something I've always loved about my mom.
Awesome.
That's
that is
beautiful,
awesome.
man.
Yep. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I just thought it was important that we.
No, I'm glad we did that, man, because I think everybody driving, listening, podcasting, they can relate.
And the last thing, don't take your mom for granted. I'm telling you, you really can't. I've said this before. I was really, really busy on a Father's Day covering a baseball game in Philadelphia. And, Father's Day, I was like, I need to call my dad or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I did call him. I was able to get a call through and whatever. And that was it. He was gone 3 days later. So I always, you know what I mean? That always stuck with me. Thank God. It would have killed me. Literally, that I didn't reach, you know what I mean, make an effort, even though I was really busy on the road.
No, that's real,
all
man.
the excuses why you wouldn't make that call. But all right, Rob G, we do want to talk about the WNBA, which I think the season started today.
Started tonight, and in honor of Mother's Day week, we're celebrating women's basketball.
Yes,
Rob.
I never missed the WNBA.
All right, I'm glad we got all that out the way now, because now here you go, Rob.
Yes, you already know.
So
no wonder he set us up there like that, Rob G.
Well, this is I'm trying to soften the blow.
Yeah, that's what. No wonder he did that.
Ahead of opening night, the WNBA themselves, not ESPN, not The Athletic, not CBS, the WNBA themselves polled their GMs and asked 42 different questions, all related to the upcoming season. And one of the questions that they asked was, which player would you pick to start a franchise with? Now, context. When they asked this question last year, Caitlin Clark ran away with it 50% of the vote. This year, they asked the question again. Paige Beckers was the runaway winner, 33% of the vote. Caitlin Clark and reigning MVP Asia Wilson, finished tied for second. That's notable because when the Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever open the season this weekend, they will open it up with Paige Beckers head-to-head.
I just don't get the WNBA. I really don't. Because at every turn, they seem to not want Caitlin Clark to be what she's turned into. The contract that they have, the charter flights, and all these other things that they weren't getting for the 30 years this league was hobbling around. And this woman comes along, and people are watching the sport. Like, it's undeniable. So I'm just not sure. And I get it. I want to say this with all sincerity, because I'm not trying to be flippant. Jackie Robinson wasn't the greatest black player at the time when he showed up. Do you know what I mean? In 1940, right. He wasn't. There were Josh Gibson. There were other black players who were better, but he was the right guy at the right time. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's
fit.
Real. That's real.
And I get it. There are other players, women players, who are better than Caitlin Clark, but they don't have all the other stuff that goes with it. What made her not being she was doing stuff nobody else was doing, Kelvin. It's more than just, she's better than her. No, it was Caitlin Clark with that, got everybody's interest, got guys interested in watching her because they never saw a woman shoot like that. There's other stuff that goes with it, and she moved the needle. Why they have an issue with her, I don't understand it.
You know what? We've had this conversation since I've been on the show a few times, just because different things will happen. Not making the Olympic team, the way they kind of treated her with All-Star stuff, and just with the fouls and whatnot. I do believe there's an element of, hold on, young lady. We've been here before you. We'll be here after you. I think there was a WNBA kind of a christening or a hazing or a welcome to the league for sure, without a doubt. And I disagree with some of it. I disagree with the Olympics. It was a chance to put the big star on a platform across the world. This one I don't have a problem with. Paige Beckers is incredible. Paige Beckers is a bucket. Paige Beckers is probably more complete of a player than Caitlin Clark. Also, Caitlin Clark's coming off a big injury, didn't quite look the same when she came back. And so I think there's an element of people saying, let me see how she bounces back. Let me see what she ends up looking like. So this one to me isn't quite the gripes and the being petty that I think had happened historically. This one, I think, on just a basketball sense, is what's happening. And the real, to be honest with you, the offense that I would take is anyone who actually chose anyone other than A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson is in a league, figuratively, literally, of her own at this point. 4-time MVP, 3-time NBA champ, including the reigning NBA champ. Multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Already in the argument for the greatest WNBA player of all time. And she's not even, I don't even know if she's 30 yet. So it's crazy what she's been able to do already in her career. So to me, I'm actually blown away. If you're asking me who I'm starting a career right now, that it's not A'ja Wilson or that she only got 20% of the vote. I get that they've been petty before. They've been short-sighted. They didn't take the long-term approach with some of the Caitlin Clark stuff. And I'll be the first one to raise my hand saying, y'all tripping. Get her on that Olympic team. Stop fouling her, beating her up because, she's been great for the league. She's been great to monetize the league. She's been great to get the sport in commercials in places that we haven't seen it. But to me, I looked at this as a slap in the face to A'ja Wilson. And Alex, hit me with what more do you want from me? Because I don't know what more she wants. She's marketable. She's got the commercials.
What more do you want from me?
Her shoes sold out in 10 minutes. A'ja Wilson is that chick. And I just think
where's Paige? She plays for what? The Dallas? What is it? The Wings? Dallas Chicken Wings. Is it lemon pepper? My point is this: as good as she is, guess where they are in attendance? Like seriously, guess where they are? The third worst. At the less than 7,000 people a game. This is the person you're starting the league with. I'm like seriously. And last year, I think Golden State had the best attendance. They were an expansion team, and you know what I mean. So
they're a basketball craze hub right now.
Okay, so they had, but just barely beat out Indiana. What is that? The Fever? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Where were the Aces?
The Las Vegas Aces were 4th at 12,000.
Okay. That's about right. That's
Yeah,
what I thought they'd be.
And I just, I'm assuming these are all real paid for tickets, not fluffers. But I don't know.
Stop it. You having Detroit Shock flashbacks. Stop it.
Yeah,
Rob.
because I know the details. I know where the bodies were buried. I'm just being honest there. But I don't know. I just think.
I think there's been some hate around her,
Yeah.
but I personally didn't view it this one. There's been stuff where I come on this show with you and say, "Hey, y'all got to stop doing
there
this."
are people who have something it's not just being the best player. There's a lot that goes with it. That's my point.
I completely agree.
Not
we
just-
talk about it all the time. It's the it factor. It factor ain't always you the best at it. But I think for me, Asia also has that it factor. So that's why, and she's just insanely good. So for me, I would be more like, if I'm Asia, like, what? Excuse me? How is there anybody you would choose over me?
It would
That's how I
it's
feel.
always Caitlin Clark because I don't want the arena to be drafty. I want the building to be filled. So if I'm the general manager. No? Okay. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6360. I feel like Draymond on Inside the NBA. Nobody laughs, right?
Yeah,
Trying to
nobody
make
laughed.
a Barkley joke. Huge.
Draymond.
Thanks, Draymond.
That's how Chuck felt. Chuck spoke about it too.
Yeah, he was good. All right, did the WNBA GMs take a shot at Caitlin Clark? It is the Odd Couple. We'll continue that conversation next with you, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
For possibly more good jokes from Aunt Parker in the US of A.
Where's Pat?
Yeah, LeBron did a 8-city year-long interview with Dave McMenamin of ESPN.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah, talking about
I know, right?
I literally sent myself like a page of notes from this interview of stuff that we could get to today. But the highlight is Dave asking him about the comparisons between him and Michael, and I'll read these to you here.
Mm-hmm.
Dave asks, in your most honest, laid-bare basketball opinion, what did Michael do better than you, and what do you do better than him? To which LeBron says, oh my God, don't get me started on that. Not asking who's greater, just the aspects of your games. LeBron says, there are a lot of things that MJ did better than I do, and I think there are some things that I do better than him. That's just how the game goes. There's a lot of things that I can say in particular. You already know how this conversation is going to be misinterpreted by people, man. He goes on and goes, I think I'm 101. I think the way I play the game, I'm a 101 player, and MJ as well, an unbelievable basketball player. Dave asks him, has it been a burden as an adult? The ambition, because now everybody brings it up. You can't escape the comparison. To which LeBron says, no, I think it's a very tiring conversation. It's barbershop talk.
All right. Kelvin, is this on?
It's on.
What's today's date? What is today?
April 27th?
April 29th.
Well, I'm behind the days.
It's April 29th, and LeBron James has officially conceded in the GOAT conversation.
Okay.
He can no longer, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't cut the mustard, don't eat the Frank. That's where we are with LeBron James.
Okay.
Because now he's trying to poo-poo the whole idea of a GOAT conversation. Oh, that's barbershop. You can't really win, and we're both great, and whenever there's a conversation, people basically dump on me. It was in the barbershop that you do that ill-fated television show, The Shop, where you sat there and you told everybody in NBA America that after you came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors that you knew you were the GOAT then. Now you're saying there's no real way or path or conversation to being the GOAT. You say that because you know deep down in your heart, no matter how long you play, no matter how many stats you compile, no matter how many of your kids play in the league, people will never look at you as being the greatest of all time. And not just writers and broadcasters. Your own peers and players who you've played with, players from the past who have watched, who all say, if I'm picking a guy who's the greatest, it's going to be Michael Jordan. Yes. You even have your fans in the barbershop who are touting your stats, telling you how great you were and that you were the GOAT, wearing Jordans while they're doing it. They're not wearing your hard sneakers that nobody can play ball in or walk around in. Finally, you came clean, LeBron James, and I'm thankful. You realize that despite you self-proclaiming yourself the GOAT, that is not going to work out for you. Having your son in the league, playing with him, going to all these NBA finals, but being the finals failure of all time, losing more finals than any other regular season MVP in the history of the NBA, and all these numbers that you compiled up, they don't make you the GOAT. Longevity and compiling stats don't make you the GOAT. And he finally, Kelvin, he's come clean and realizes that he's not the GOAT, he can't become the GOAT, and he never was the GOAT.
Where do you have him ranked?
Second.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear.
I'm not some crazy.
No. The only reason why I say that is because I think that's the context to where I feel a little differently than you. I think LeBron realized quite a bit ago he wasn't the GOAT. And I think
when was he in the barbershop?
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't believe quite a bit of what he says because I think LeBron is fighting against LeBron. I think LeBron knows he wasn't going to be able to go. He might internally feel it, meaning like, hey, I just feel like they're the best. Like Kobe might have felt like he was best. Like Jordan might feel like they're the best internally. But I think LeBron knew for the collective, he was not going to be that after he lost to the Mavericks because he had that thing where everyone could say, you let J.J. Barrera stop you. You let the Maverick team stop you. You didn't. You got the whole super team and you failed. And, of course, Jordan was 6-0. So I think he knew for a fact, which is why I've always believed he tried to blaze his own trail. Start to do things differently. All right, now I got the scoring title. I play with my son. I switched conferences. I got a title at the Cavs. I got a title with the Heat, a couple, and I got a title with the Lakers. I've gone from conference to conference. I've gone from team to team. And so I think LeBron, to me, where he started to try to build a new case was in the other things. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Funky Flashback Friday.
I am moist after that.
All right. Thank you for that, Rob. Mark Funky Comodina coming up here in about 5 minutes or so. We'll chop it up with him, what's happening in the NBA. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees, including our MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. All right, is the WNBA hating on Caitlin Clark? Is Paige Beckers just that chick? Is Asia Wilson the one? Is she the star? Would you rather start with one of them?
Care? How about that?
Way to set us up with all the Mother's Day talking. What do you think? I just want to say women are amazing, and I love them, and we need them.
That has nothing to do with the WNBA.
Look how you do it. Look how you do it.
You could be great. I'm not. We're celebrating Mother's Day and moms. That doesn't mean that.
No, I'm just saying, Rob G, he had 2 other hours to do it. He waited to this time to do it right before the talk. You think you slick. I get your tricks. Rob.
All right. 877-99 on Fox. How about Andre in Massachusetts? You're in the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. They don't even have a team in Boston, right? They don't even have a team. What's up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. There was talk about bringing the team from Connecticut over into Boston. I'm not sure if that went through.
No, that didn't go through. The people in Boston, when I went up there to speak at Harvard, they were talking about that whole thing. No, they don't have a team there. So
do they want a team though, Rob? Or what?
No, they don't have.
I think we do.
Yeah, they want to sell tickets. Go ahead.
Yeah, want to sell tickets. We were Titletown until the Celtics traded away Drew Holiday and broke up what could have been a dynasty. So right now the teams are down, but we're all for the sports in Boston. Listen, in terms of Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers, people need to remember they're the same class. They came out of high school together. All this talk about why Caitlin Clark didn't go to UConn. Paige Beckers is the reason she didn't go to UConn. And the whole Caitlin Clark phenomenon happened their sophomore year when, guess what? Paige Beckers was injured, okay? Mm-hmm. And then her junior year, she broke out. They beat South Carolina. So these two players have been neck and neck their entire lives, the same age. They came up together, and it's much more 1A than the media and the exposure kind of give it credence to, all right? They're both very good stars of the game. It's just that Paige Beckers had injuries and then broke through her senior year when she was finally healthy, and that's when Caitlin Clark went through to the WNBA. So this whole thing, listen, Paige Beckers, she's wonderful for women's basketball, wonderful for the WNBA. She is the North Star. People gravitate to her. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that there's not other talented, capable, dynamic, extraordinary women's basketball players. And frankly, they fumble the ball. They fight amongst themselves far too much. Bird and Magic, they battled, but David Stern realized we need both of you for the growth of the game. Let's get along, and that can be the rising tide to lift all boats. WNBA, I need to see more of that. Thanks for taking the call.
Hey, Dre, did you leave? Are you there?
No, I'm still here.
Have you been to a WNBA game? I'm just curious. Have you?
Because there's not a team. No, I haven't.
No, I'm just asking. That's all. I know you come to New Jersey and New York. I'm just asking. You're a basketball guy.
If it was closer, I'd definitely be there. And this is one of the things I'm big on. Basketball players. We love women's basketball, support it, and you see the NBA guys showing love. So I just think it's a no-brainer for people in the sport, and we just need to grow it for more people who are not hoopers.
Okay.
Thanks for taking the call.
Yep, thank you. Rob G, you got something?
Appreciate you.
Oh, I thought you...
You want me to weigh in on women's basketball here, Rob?
No, I don't. Kelvin goes to games or whatever. He takes his daughter.
I don't even go to NBA games anymore.
Right.
Yeah, you don't either.
The last NBA game I went to, true story, was Lakers-Clippers during the Kobe Powell era, and it was Blake Griffin.
That's
and
just
the only reason why I even went to that game is because the Clippers, have a hard time selling tickets at that time. They did a promotion with the college that my wife was working at the time, where the tickets were only $35 in the lower bowl. So I saw Blake Griffin posterize Powell like 4 times.
And it was buy one, get 4 free, right?
But now, to go to a Lake, especially with LeBron, $150 to sit at the top. No,
but Rob G, way too many people. It doesn't. I'm gonna be honest, Rob G. It makes zero sense that you've not been to a game in that long. If you say, it's been 3-4 years, or maybe COVID threw me off, and I get that. That Blake Griffin on the Clippers, he done been to the Pistons. He done been doing TV.
He been retired.
That's my point. What? You just don't want to go.
No, because if I'm going to go to a game, I want to sit close, and there's no good reason.
You don't want to go. You know too many people. You've been doing this too long. You don't want to go. Because I know how you make stuff happen to go to SeaWorld and Disney on Ice and all that. You just want to be dad and don't want to go. That's it. Don't try to play it like
he's right. It's harder to get tickets. Kelvin, everybody's not getting free tickets like you. Everybody.
I don't like. Wait, why you gotta bring me up? You get free.
What do you
tickets
mean,
too.
you people?
I'm just saying.
You get free tickets.
I'm just saying you get. Free
when
tickets.
Rob told me how much he paid to go see the Lakers and what was it, Kyrie Irving, right? Dallas.
Me.
If y'all don't stop hanging on to this one game,
my brother and 2 nephews. I paid $2,000 to go to a basketball game.
Rob.
Nobody gave me tickets.
Rob. You ain't going to. How many games have you gone to in the last 3-4 years that you ain't paid for? Stop me. 20.
What's that?
30. 40.
What, that I didn't pay? What are you talking about, baseball
Correct.
games? No, I paid
Baseball,
for those.
basketball.
I'm paying for those. I got a big thing coming up June 10th in New York.
When you went to Intuit Dome a couple weeks ago, did you pay for those tickets?
Nope.
Hello? I can't hear you, Rob G.
Exactly.
You know, don't tell Rob G anything. He'll just drop dime on you no matter what's going on.
You think I thought you paid for them? Stop it, Rob. Rob G, we got to remedy that,
They
bro.
were good
'cause
seats,
that's
though.
absurd. We got to remedy that, Rob G. That don't make any sense. All right. On the way,
But he
Mark
needs to
Funky
take the
Coma-
whole family, right? You need 4
Yeah, I got to get 4 of them. You know,
You need 4.
and one of the kids that can be paying attention, the other one's going to be cheering for the wrong team, and we're going to look bad as
Rob
a
G,
unit.
You are a great dad, a great husband. You work hard. You deserve a night. You can go to a game. We'll get to a game, man, because that's ridiculous. We gotta end that.
In fact, for Mother's Day, are you cooking breakfast for your wife and what?
Don't do that, Rob.
I'm just
Don't do
asking,
that.
Rob G.
We trying to get me in trouble? You trying to fight right now, Rob?
No, I'm just. Breakfast in bed. She had 2 kids for you. I mean, if I had a wife with 2 kids, I think I would walk on water for her.
I don't think you would, Rob. I think you're like, the Yankees playing.
I think you got to go to the ballpark tonight because you got to call him
the
coming out
Mets
in
play
3
the
weeks.
Dodgers tonight. I gotta go, but you're not even covering the game. But I gotta go.
You sound like
I just
my
gotta
ex-wife.
go.
Got to meet a potential new intern.
I gotta meet the potential. Yeah, I gotta
Mentee.
go to the game.
New mentee.
But it's Mother's Day. I know, but it'll be Mother's Day next year too.
Oh God! All right.
All right, Mark Funky Comodino on the other side right now, trending with Steve DeSager.
Let us update the NBA playoff game at Philadelphia. Under 6 minutes to go. The Knicks leading 99-86 over Philly. 29 points for Jalen Brunson. Paul George of Philadelphia, 15 points. All of that in the first quarter. OG Anunoby of the Knicks out tonight with a strained hamstring. Joel Embiid has returned for the Sixers, playing despite the injury that kept him out recently. 16 points in 31 minutes for him. Coming up in a few minutes, with the series tied at 1 at San Antonio at Minnesota. Iowa is finalizing a new 6-year deal with coach Ben McCollum. First-round prospect Darren Peterson from Kansas says this past season's cramping was due to his creatine use, according to doctors. 3 WNBA season openers tonight, including in Brooklyn. New York Liberty up 94-66 on the Connecticut Sun with 5 minutes to go. Connecticut moving to Houston after this summer. In the NHL playoffs, at Buffalo, it's Canadians 4-1 over the Sabres with under 5 minutes to go. Coming up, Vegas at Anaheim. The NFL Referees Union ratified a new 7-year labor contract, so no work stoppage this season. The Jets gave running back Breece Hall a 3-year contract. The Broncos gave general manager George Patton a 5-year extension. Novak Djokovic lost his first match at the Italian Open to a qualifier. A reminder, the next IndyCar race is Saturday on Fox TV from the Indy Road Course. To Major League Baseball, Houston sent the Reds to an 8th straight loss, 10-0. They're in the bottom of the 9th at Philadelphia. Phil's tied 7-7 with the Rockies thanks to a 5-run bottom of the 8th to even the game. At Toronto, bottom of the 8th, 2-0 Blue Jays over the Angels. Toronto starter Dylan Cease went 7 scoreless innings, 10 strikeouts, no walks. In progress at Cleveland, Guardians 5-3 over the Twins in the bottom of the 7th. Travis Bazzana, his first Major League homer. He was drafted number 1 overall a couple years ago in the lineup for Cleveland tonight. Detroit leads at Kansas City 3-1, bottom of the 7th. At Milwaukee to the 7th inning, Brewers 5-0 over the Yankees against Max Fried. Jacob Mizorowski on the hill for the Brew Crew. 6 scoreless innings, 11 strikeouts, and he was throwing the ball at 103 miles an hour in the first inning. Top of the 7th, Seattle leads at the White Sox 6-5, although for Chicago, Munetaka Murakami with his 15th home run of the season. The Cubs have won 9 straight, and they're winning tonight 3-0 at Texas, bottom of the 5th. Dodgers start hosting the Braves in a half an hour. LA pitcher Tyler Glasnow went on the injured list. Blake Snell will start Saturday, coming off the IL for his season debut. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, have a great weekend. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a funky Flashback Friday. That's right. And as always, we get to talk to our guy, Mark Funky Comodino. And he let's see whatever thing he got to beef with Rob right now. Rob, whatever you owe him something for. Let's check in with him. Fox Sports Radio, NBA Insider, Essentially Sports, Mark G_Medina. What up, Mark?
Kelvin, Rob, I'm losing track of what bets Rob owes because there's many, so you guys can catch me up to speed.
Even the one bet that we did have didn't even – I mean, there was no clear winner. It was like you said I bet you about the postseason
Yeah, I
being
bet
good
you
or whatever?
Would the Christmas Day games be competitive within single digits? That's what
I don't remember. We got to get the tape, Alex. We're going to get the tape for that. We'll do that. And if that's what I said with you saying single digits or whatever, then I'll get you a piece of cheesecake.
How about this, Rob? We got to run the tape. There's many of you saying Mike Brown's Charlie Brown. What's he going to do with this Knicks? I mean, look, they're on a roll here.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny, Mark? Somebody called you out, Rob, on Twitter. It's pretty funny. They said, so the Pistons are fraud. The Knicks ain't making it to the finals. What you gonna do, Rob? Like, you ain't got no other choices.
Easy. Easy. The Pistons lose to the Cavs, and the Cavs beat the Knicks. How's that?
Stop it, Rob.
How's that?
I told you the Cavs.
How's that, though? But how's that? All right,
that ain't happening, Rob. Okay. Nobody believes that.
Just like the Lions weren't losing to the Washington Commanders with a rookie quarterback. I remember that with the best record.
Hey, Rob, you know what's a safe bet that
I remember that one. You thought I was wrong there
with
too.
The series, Lakers have no shot.
Well, I think we already said that. I think anybody and their uncle could say that.
Well, start there for us, man. The Lakers, more than anything, we were talking about this earlier. I don't think they can play with the Thunder. I don't think anybody, except maybe one or two teams, the Spurs being one of them. But more than anything, they have had periods in each game where they're either up or they're right there. And then there's just a period where the SGA goes to the bench, and next thing you know, they go on like a big 13-0 run, or the league gets up to 13. But the Lakers have issues with these calls, the officials. Do you see it the same way? A lot of people do. A lot of folks, even during the broadcast, Dan Van Gundy and others. Do you see it that way?
Well, I think both things can be true, but it's not like it's going to change anything. I think you hit the nail on the head, Kelvin, that you're saying that when the Lakers go on a run, then the Thunder do it. Anything to extend this, Charlie Brown analogy that Rob would have. It's like when he was making momentum with finally getting the ball, and then Lucy pulls at the last minute, right? That's what the Thunder do to the Lakers. The Lakers aren't giving up. They're still competitive. They're making adjustments like, Austin Reeves, bounce back game from game 1, game 2. They're getting guys three-point shots better, but it doesn't matter. Every time they counter with something, to your point, the Thunder have another answer. Shea has foul trouble, so what? When he's on the floor, he's still great. When he's off the floor, everyone else are making threes. And the officiating part, I get it. LeBron, he gets 4 attempts. There are times that he will get superstar calls. There are times that he won't get calls, I think, because he has that such strong athletic build. Like a normal foul doesn't look as egregious as it would for a smaller guy. And I get the emotions of things and, maybe the playoff politicking. But look, even if you grant the Lakers a few extra free throws, they lost by 18 points. It's not going to change anything dramatically. And they also got 21 free throws as a whole. The Thunder got 26. So
I don't think it's just that. I don't think people expect the Lakers to win.
Yeah.
Is that when you watch the games and what the Thunder do and just what they get away with, it just was glaring last night. I think that's all it is. Nobody's like, the Lakers are supposed to win this series and they're getting jobbed. It's an ugly watch. It's an ugly
Thunder league wide throughout this season. They haven't gotten called for a lot of fouls, and I think that's rubbed people the wrong way because they do play physical.
Right.
We look at the altercation Lou Dort had with Nikola Jokic. So yeah, all these things are valid. The frustrations are real. I don't think it's excuses, but I don't think it changes, the underlying outcome here. And the other thing,
I agree with that. I don't think that they lost by 18. Okay, they should have lost by 10 or 8. Okay.
And I think, Mark, to add to what Rob's saying is, I used an example. I said Barry Bonds, A-Rod didn't need steroids. He was already one of the best in the league and best of his generation. You add that to it. And my point was all the flopping, not just necessarily even trying to draw fouls for shots. They're flopping on, acting like a guy hit him in the jaw while they're on defense. And to me, if you're a tough, hard-nosed team, you don't typically see that on the other side. Like the Knicks back in the day in the 90s weren't floppers. The bad boys weren't floppers. And Bill Laimbeer, whatever, now and again. But you know what I mean? Like this team, they don't need that portion because of what you're saying, how great they are.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, that Chet Holmgren acting job, I wondered, okay,
dude, that was
he's
insane.
Done commercials now. Now I guess he's ready to do some movies here. And that was the rare case that J.J. Redick challenged the call, and it was overturned. I think the other thing that the Thunder have concluded is that officials, like, they obviously make mistakes. They obviously still get some calls right. But a lot of times officials determine, you know what, like, it's not so much about making the right or wrong call. It's about to ensure the consistent flow of a game. And so I think the Thunder have calculated, look, like, they're not going to call every single, potential foul, especially in the playoff game. So let's just make it a numbers game, right? And because they have so much depth and talent, they can get away and afford someone gaining foul trouble.
How about last thing on the Spurs and Minnesota Timberwolves? What do you make of that series? And, Timberwolves win game one. People are ready to push the panic button, and then the Spurs drub them in game two. How important is this for the Timberwolves at home?
Yeah, I think usually when you have a team that goes back and forth, game three, typically it doesn't determine, okay, who's going to win a 7-game series, but it usually provides clarity on where the series is going to turn. So I think it's vastly important. Even though the Wolves stole game one and San Antonio responded by resounding double digits, the weird thing about Minnesota is when they're down and they feel challenged, a lot of times that's when they're at their best. But I think on paper, the Spurs are a better team. Victor Wembanyama is obviously a dominant defensive rim protector, and I think that they have better depth. But the Wolves, they got Anthony Edwards. He's the best offensive player in the series, and he does get up when he feels challenged. So I still give the nod to San Antonio, but I also want to be surprised if they make this series interesting.
Hey, last one for me real quick. The Pistons-Cavs, is this a series still? Do you think the Cavs have something, to be able to pull this thing and make it 2-2?
They could, but I think that they've shown throughout this playoffs that James Harden is the James Harden of the past. He's unreliable in the playoffs. He's not efficient. There's been games that Donovan Mitchell has been the same thing. So not that Detroit's been a perfect team because they barely survived that first-round series against Orlando. But I think as it pertains to Cleveland, I think they're going to be just fine, but then they're going to run into this new Eastern Conference juggernaut that are the New York Knicks.
Should be, yeah. If that's to end up being the Eastern Conference Finals, should be great. All right. Hey, thank you so much, Mark,
Cavs
man.
Sixers.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Rob, Kelvin, all the best to you guys, and looking forward to the bet at some point.
All right.
Your man said Cavs Sixers. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mark.
I appreciate it.
All right. No doubt. Last call on the way, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Last call, your chance to get in. It's Cavs Sixers. Hey, hit us up. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
Let's talk about inside the NBA. And Shaq had some very nice words to say about.
He don't like to give big fella
about
praise.
Wemby. You know that. I mean, when we talk about that all the time, especially when you think that he doesn't even have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his top 10 of all time in the NBA. I still can't get over that. But anyway.
Meanwhile, he probably was like on a FaceTime with him earlier in the day. Like that's his. Yeah, that's his guy. Shaq loves guards.
But
loves guards.
yes. So here's Shaq inside the NBA.
I think Wemby is the first perfect big man that's ever created. Can shoot, free throws, play defense, play offense. He's a great team player. I'm happy for the Spurs. I'm happy for Wendy.
Well, I think I get his sentiment. I would argue Hakeem might have been that. Shoot, fade away, handle. Obviously, he's not quite Wemby handle, but, block. I think he's still all-time leader in blocks. It just rebound. Hakeem Olajuwon might have been that. But the freakish aspect of Wemby is crazy. My wife the other night, we're watching the game, and her and my daughter like, whoa, he looks like abnormally tall. I'm like, yeah, he's like, they list him at 7'4". I think he's like 7'6", and they're like, whoa. And then I said, watch this. And he's coming down, got a rebound, kept it behind the back, step back, shooting three. I'm like,
it's the dribbling.
It's not
normal? How are you 5 inches taller than KD and as mobile and a better passer and an incredibly, much better defender? So he's made out of a video game. You ever got bored on 2K and made a ridiculous player, Bo? Just for fun, like, let me see what it would look like, and I'm going to put all the attributes up. Well, we got that human. We got the first perfect player. Like, where's the flaw?
The idea, and I know that's not a real flaw, but it's in there, the idea of him staying healthy.
That's the only challenge, right?
Can you look and know for sure he's going to play 15 years, have a career, and not have, be sidelined or be hobbled by some sort of injury, being that tall, being that big, being that size, and the history is against him. Would you agree with that? The history.
Yes, the only difference, and we've mentioned this before, is that he's not the average bigs. We're talking about something was a little off with their movements, right? They were slower, they were bigger. You look at Yao, Manute Bowles, Mirasan, Sean Bradley, those bigs. He's actually agile and
but he's already had his own share of injuries and different things.
Well, the blood clot, that one was scary because you don't know what to do with that, right? If you twist your ankle, I can tape it up. I can give you a couple weeks off. The blood clot is one of those weird ones where you just don't know what to do. But you're right, and I said it about a year or so ago when we were doing it. I said his health is the biggest deterrent. Like, if he can stay healthy, he's got a shot at being something incredible. And we might be having our first hour conversation might be different. It might be about LeBron might get replaced with a Wemby talk. In comparison to Jordan and the GOAT conversation. I mean, all the attributes are there. And again, Shaq always hates on big men because he'll always say, I didn't like it, Kenny. Well, why didn't you like it? He had a good game tonight. Those aren't SLN. Well, what is SLN? What do you mean? Shaq like numbers. Like, he makes it like everybody has to look like him and play like him and have those numbers.
You mean when they took you out of the games because you couldn't make free throws, or when they used to do the hacker Shaq?
It's easy. If you score 6 every quarter, that's 24, and then if you get an extra cup, it's not that. Are you watching? Each game is different, right? You know what I mean? There's a different style, different flow. But
if everybody could use that formula, then everybody would have 30 points. I mean, that. All you got to do is score 6. That sounds
that
good
all the time. They'll come out. Who's a big man? Like in the last, maybe they'll say like Embiid or something, and like last few years, and he'll be like, oh, he had a good game. 27 and 11 as the Sixers. And he'll be like, I'll be like, what?
I mean, he's got chicken in his teeth.
They make Shaq like numbers. Okay, so you were one of one, Shaq, right? Not every. When's the last time a dude brought out the whole stanchion? Let alone breaker rim, the whole stanchion. Like, you were kind of one of one, Shaq. So, but I like seeing him get credit to
And when he played, we talk about all the time. I mean, nobody was as dominant. I mean, in his heyday with Kobe and that
90,
run,
6-ish.
Am I right?
To like 01, 02, Shaq.
And he didn't have to come up with any other shot, dunk the ball every single time. You don't need no dipsy doodle. I don't need you to do anything special. Like, all he does is dunk the ball. Okay, and what?
And get guys in foul trouble. And then when you double and triple team him, I'm kicking it out to Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Glenn Rice, depending on the era of the team. Yeah, and that's why we're talking about, like, if I'm Kelvin Washington, the general manager, why I'm so big on Shaq, while like if we had a draft of every NBA player ever and they're all 22 and you're going to get him for 12 years, I'm taking Shaq just about over everybody because okay, DJ Alex. It's the Odd Couple.
This is like coming back from a commercial, and this is Soul Train.
Oh, yeah. It is the Odd Couple. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin on a funky Flashback Friday. I don't think it really gets much funkier than this. If you miss any of today's show, be sure to catch the podcast. Just search the Odd Couple wherever you get the pod. Please follow, rate it 5 stars, review, all that good stuff. Just search the Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find the best of version and the full version. Rob G will get that up in a little bit. Like now, let's get to it. It is the last call.
This is the last call.
Let's go!
It's last call time on
Give me one more time, Alex.
That sounds like mumbly. It does.
Alex, you got to find a Denzel
Dusty.
laughing with Jamie Foxx.
Dusty. Lewis in Florida.
I think he misremembers.
You are the last caller here on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, Lewis?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? I just want to give you guys y'all flowers, man. You guys do an awesome job, man. I drive an hour and a half from work to home every day, and you guys keep me entertained all the way through. I'm almost home now.
Appreciate
So
that.
you guys, hey, man. And also, I want to tell you guys about your Mother's Day tribute. It was beautiful, man. I just want to say a little something about my mother.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You know, my mother, she's a single mom, 4 kids, and she took in 2 kids.
Wow.
From my dad. She raised 2 kids from my dad, and, you know, my mom's just awesome. And I just want to give a shout-out to all the moms out there. And have a happy Mother's Day. And you guys are the best, man. Hey, y'all make my night.
Oh, we appreciate that,
doubt,
Lou.
man. Hey, shout out to your
thank
moms,
you, my man. Lewis in
Appreciate you,
Florida.
bro.
Yeah, very
No
nice.
doubt.
That's amazing that they had 4 kids and then took in 2 more kids.
Yeah.
That's
Listen, man.
incredible.
Moms are amazing, man. I mean, it's what they endure, what they go through, what gets put on their shoulders. Rob G, I think you can, attest to this. My wife is amazing with our girls, makes our household run. Y'all know I got 17 jobs right now and can't do as much as I normally would or normally did. And she's taking it all. It's been difficult, but she just takes it in stride, man. And our girls have an amazing role model. She's somebody that they look up to. She's a leader. She's great. Like I said, she's great to other young women who were like her goddaughters. And so shout out to my wife, man. She's an amazing mother, a lover, and our girls love her. So we're going to have a great time this weekend honoring her, showing her all the love and appreciation that she deserves and that we have. So moms are great, man. And they just do so much. And we almost, you never want to take it for granted because they do it so well that so easily you almost forget, like, no, it's hard. And they have a lot on their shoulders, a lot on their plate. And they make it look like it's easy at times, So again, happy Mother's Day to my wife, Rob G. I'm sure you feel the same. Anybody who's got a wife in their life, a lady in their life who's mother of their children.
Well, we got Mr. Mom in the producer studio. Mr. Mom is here.
Did you just call?
No,
Rob G that?
Bo. Has your son there, right? I've never seen him.
I know that ain't my dog, Bobo.
Yes.
Yes, he has his son here, right?
What up, Bobo?
Bobo, the first man in history that's not in Hollywood to have a 35-year-old son and a 6-month-old son.
He's 21 and he's got a baby in a stroller. I mean, how old is he?
Bobo,
6
you
months?
can't be having kids at 8.
Unbelievable. I mean, Bobo, I might as well go ahead and have a kid then, all right? If you're gonna have a kid, you gotta.
Everybody's doing it, Rob. Just get one.
Yeah.
They're great tax shelters,
but it costs money though, doesn't it?
They're
Hey,
tax
didn't Al
write-offs.
Pacino have one at like 92? Robert De Niro at like 88?
He's
Go ahead,
adorable.
Rob.
We came in. He's adorable. He is adorable, man.
Shout out to my man Bobo and the fam. Hopefully, have a great
Bobo,
weekend.
hey, congratulations, Mazel Tov. Yes, very nice.
No doubt. Rob G, I ain't gonna lie. I threw you alley-oop to say something nice about your wife. I ain't gonna lie. I laid it up there. You.
He wasn't listening to the show. He was listening to Jim Rome rerun.
I love Jim Rome.
Oh, well, said not many. No,
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Him and Gottlieb are my podcast back to back.
Yeah, very nice. You know what? 20 years ago, maybe.
Yeah. Rob G, I'm not gonna lie. I keep throwing you the alley-oop.
I'm good.
No.
All right, I'm just making sure.
That means that Rob G will be cooking breakfast. That's all. All right, happy Mother's Day. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?